Come with me to the tavern, my dear. Get a drink. We'll talk for hours, my love. Won't even think.
Alright. Okay, cool. I think we're good. I think we can start. So now I will read the prologue to the world. Naise, by the way, is the word I created for anyone who is not human. Long ago, in a place with many names, humans and Naise lived alongside each other. Although they did not live in harmony, the Naise did the best they could to leave humans to their own devices. But most of the humans looked down on all Naise, be they humanoid or not. Some Naise managed to blend in with the human crowd, such as witches and elves and the like. But the others had to go into hiding, afraid of what humans might do. This went on for centuries. Technology was introduced to the world, and the Naise were becoming more and more restless as they watched the humans become more dangerous. The Naise were slowly losing hope that they would ever be able to live safely among the humans. Fortunately, a certain Naise, a warlock by the name of Cathalius Leolani, had a solution. They had spent every waking moment for 34 years formulating a spell, one that would create a new world for the Naise to live and to thrive. Once the spell was complete, they gathered as many witches, warlocks, sorcerers, and every being imbued with magic they could to cast the spell. Over 100 Naise passed in the casting of the spell, and in the end, they succeeded. Whilst their human families, most passed through this portal they had created and entered their new world, called Epenio. We now are in this world called Epenio. For the time being, will be taking place on a small island called, hold up, we are on Micaiah. We will be starting on the outskirts of Favyre.
I'm gonna put a little X where our party is.
Yeah, we're like on the outskirts of Favyre.
Which side?
Near the B.
What town are we in?
Favyre.
Favyre. Okay, it's the east side of Favyre.
The west, near the, I said near the B, basically.
Okay. Put an X over it.
Alright, cool. Okay, so there is a blacksmith, okay, that all of you need to somehow know.
What's his name?
What's his name?
Will?
Kieran.
Kieran?
Kieran.
Okay, cool.
Okay, basically all of you have to know this blacksmith, and you need to tell me how you know this blacksmith, please. Now, please.
I will tell you first because I somehow remember, and also you made it up. So I worked with mining and dwarves, and anyway, so I was with dwarves and delivered materials.
Okay.
He made me a cauldron for my stupid psychic shop.
Can I start? He makes stuff for the monastery, and since Biri delivers information, she's also the one picking up stuff he makes and bringing it back to the monastery.
Okay.
Carnation commissioned like just a holy sigil from him. She wears it around her neck.
Nice. Oh, he could be the one who made your necklace for the...
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Zinlee gets her, like, dagger repaired, sharpened, stuff there. The one she got from our family.
Okay, cool.
Do you, like, I've said mine before, but I can say it again if you want. So, Efren, like, when her family was traveling around, they'd go there to get, like, horseshoes for their horses, and she would babysit his daughter when they were in town.
For the stream, Ellie's eating dinner at the point, so they're in chat talking to us. So Ellie knows the blacksmith because he constructed a machine for their printing, and Nathré called that. It's Pletzker. At the shop Pletzker. They used the printing machine to make a special painting for this guy's daughter. Rain falls gently around you as you stand in a clearing, wind blowing softly through the trees that surround your party. The sky is steadily fading into an array of oranges, pinks, and purples as evening approaches. Across this clearing, you can see stones scattered, most of them with engravings in some language you recognize and others you don't. Gathered around a small headstone that stands beside a fresh pile of dirt, having just been covered up only a few hours ago. On the headstone, you can see written in common, Jujube, beloved daughter, an angel.
Oh no.
Standing next to the grave is a small male human, dressed entirely in black.
What? Right off the bat.
Wait, they're dead?
You recognize Kieran Hearthstone. I can't do this, guys. Okay, standing next to the grave is a small male human, dressed entirely in black. You recognize him to be Kieran Hearthstone, a blacksmith you are all acquainted with. He invited all of you here today for his 12-year-old daughter's funeral. His face is lined with tear stains as he runs his finger over the stone, standing silently as you wait a few feet away for him to approach you.
Hey Roy, fuck this.
What the fuck?
How dare. How dare.
I didn't remove my fucking mascara.
Are you crying?
Are you not?
I mean, no, I already knew she was dead, so...
Rest in peace, blacksmith, baby.
Can you make it clear, like, when we're supposed to start doing stuff?
I was gonna say this is the time you guys can, like, talk to each other, because some of you haven't met each other before.
Nathré walks over to Kieran and gives them a small print of the two of them together.
Nathré and him together, or the daughter and him?
No, it's the daughter and Kieran, obviously.
Here's a picture of
so weird.
This is a picture of me with your dead daughter.
No, it's a picture of him with his dead daughter.
No, I know, I was joking.
Okay, you hand him the picture, and he takes it from you, and he immediately starts crying again.
Oh.
I extend my arm and touch his shoulder, but I do not hug him.
BD is gonna go up and hug him. Gonna ask first.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead. Just right now he's holding this picture and looking at it, and he's crying, and he says thank you softly.
Okay.
To Naive.
I nod. Cool.
BD is gonna walk over and like pat him on the shoulder and then like hug him like awkwardly from the side, but like she means well.
He leans slightly into this hug because he is a broken man, because his only daughter has died, and his wife died the previous year, and he's just sad. He's just a sad man.
Just the note, Zinlee is already crying.
Oh yeah, Efren's like a mess.
Alright.
Nathré's gonna try to comfort everyone.
Okay.
So she's gonna be making rounds and like patting everyone on the shoulder and telling them it'll be okay.
Can I go?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think Carnation, first of all, is wearing her ceremonial robes. She's very downtrodden. And I think she just kneels down and says a little prayer. And, kind of, I don't know.
Don't know why, but that made me tear up a little bit.
I have a stick of incense here. She takes out some incense, and she just lights it, and invites everyone to gather around and sort of just reflect.
Remember.
So now I only have 4 incense, but it was definitely worth it to use.
Who knew Kieran the best out of all of us?
I would say
Efren.
Efren is the one who babysat his daughter most often.
Where's Efren from?
She's like, her family's like nomadic kind of, but she lives in Syrinth right now. Efren goes over and she just like hugs him, like just jumps into like the biggest bear hug because she's really feeling it too, and she knows that he is. So it's just like a big, like tight, warm, sad hug. She doesn't really say anything because like she can write songs, but like socially, like conversationally, she's not always fantastic with words, so she just stays quiet. But like she tries to convey her sympathies and her sorrows to Kieran. With like a look and that hug. Yeah.
He obviously he appreciates your presence here because you are the closest thing to family he has besides Jujube. So he hugs you tightly. He like clings to you and like it's the hug is so tight it almost hurts. And he's just whispering thank you quietly. And then he lets you go. Maggie, what does Dmitry do like while this hug is happening?
Okay, so he's over, like, I guess he's by the tombstone, but not necessarily interacting with anyone. He's standing there and looking like he's trying to be strong, but he immediately breaks down crying, and then he stops crying and looks like he's trying to be strong, and then he does that over and over again. He's just sobbing and putting his
Just
hands
while
in his
everyone
face.
else is reacting to this, like, he's just, like, breaking down.
Like,
and
he
then
can't
himself.
handle it. He doesn't go to comfort anyone because he's too much of a mess himself. He's just standing there wiping his snot with his cloak. It's really nasty.
Oh, poor baby Dmitry.
I would like Alec to comfort Dmitry awkwardly. Because I have to imagine he's really tall and she's not.
I feel bad. Like, everyone else comforted Dmitry, and I just lit a stick of incense and said a prayer. Like,
Well, I mean, you have the same deity as Kieran.
Kieran's the blacksmith?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dimitri's Maggie's character.
Yeah, Dimitri's Maggie's
Oh,
character.
yeah. Whoops. I'm not good with names.
I'm thinking, like, just your presence there alone as being, like, a high religious figure of the same religion as him, he appreciates your presence. Like, you don't have to do anything. He acknowledges you, and it's a big comfort to have you there for him.
Has everyone already done something?
I wanted to finish mine.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, you're fine. While Alec is comforting Dmitry awkwardly, she places a bunch of lilies down on top of Jujube's grave, and then she walks over to Kieran and pats him on the back, but she doesn't talk the entire time.
All right. Is that everyone? Because I believe. Go ahead.
I have another thing. After she's finished her prayer, she walks over to Kieran, and she reads. Well, she doesn't read, but I read from this Google Doc. You know, Kieran, all life has a purpose, and that no person was put here without a reason. Life is a precious thing, and she had 8 incredible years thanks to you.
12 incredible years.
12.
Well, the first 4 don't really count anymore.
Incredible years thanks to you, Kieran. Celebrate that, my friend. And she goes and...
that causes another, bout of tears just, flooding down his face, and it's, he shakes.
Yeah.
Carnation's not much of a hugger. Yeah.
Well, that's okay, because, I believe, all of this happens before Efren hugs him, because that would be the last action before the next scene. Okay, so, and then, everyone's reacted, and then Sally, Efren is the one who hugs him last. And it's a very tight hug. It's, basically, if it was any other moment in your life, you would probably tell him to let go because of how tightly he is holding on to you. Wipes away his tears, and he just kind of straightens his attire, try to make himself look presentable instead of the wreck that he is becoming. And in his hand, he reaches into his pocket, and he pulls out a silver locket, and he starts just turning it over and over in his hand, trying to use that as to calm himself down. Efren, you notice this locket to be Jujube's locket that she would wear every day, with and inside is a photo of the 3 of them, the mother, the father, and
the Holy Spirit,
and Jujube together. All of you kind of nervously trying to calm himself down. Okay, I'm trying to get a voice here. All right. Thank you for coming. There weren't many people who knew Juju and I enough to come today. I appreciate all of you showing up. It means the world to me. He snips a bit, putting the locket back away into his pocket. You barely know me, but I also know that you are all kind people. He looks around at all of you again. He's very nervous right now.
Yeah, man, no problem. Efren keeps her hand on his shoulder. She's trying to like sort of settle him a bit.
All right.
Do we notice anything kind of suspicious? You say that he looks nervous. Is it like
Perception
a suspicious
check.
kind of nervous? I'm like tempted to do a perception check.
I mean, if you want to, that's fine.
Does our passive perception say anything or no?
Well, I mean,
that's just like.
Would that more be insight though?
well, like,
Yeah, what role
yeah,
would you say it is?
probably.
All right.
Can it please be perception?
Well, your passive perception is 13, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I would just say like you notice that like it's not like per se what he is, but it's more so he's looking at all of you who are most of you are or some of you are taller than him and it's like probably like 5'6". He's a very small man.
Mm.
He's looking and he is human and he's looking at all of you non-humans. You're all of you Naise and he's just a little nervous.
Okay.
Is he gonna be a racist?
No. He's
His beard will slap a bitch.
he's a small human non-magical man.
Mm.
We could kill him very easily is the problem.
You could easily kill him, and also like he's descended from Efren would know this. He's descended from a family who came over, like humans that came over
Yeah.
that were friends. They were friends with some Naise, so they came over to this new world with them. So he is a pure-blooded, non-magical human, and basically, in a crowd full of nothing but Naise, he is a nervous wreck.
Does anybody have any
want-
shape-shifting spells?
I want it to be known that Biri is 6'4" and she could crush him with one hand.
Oh.
She's 14. But
So
also
nice.
we're also at his daughter's funeral. So
Yeah, maybe
she
don't do
wouldn't
that.
survive.
She's a nice person. She could
Yes.
also give like a mean hug.
Does he seem like
Yeah.
he's implying like he needs a favor? That's what I got from that dialogue.
Would you like me to continue him speaking, or do any? Would you like? Okay. So he said you barely know him, and he knows you're the kind, but he knows you're kind people to help him in need. He looks around nervously. He beckons you to follow him. I would like to talk about this at my shop privately if you all would be so kind as to follow me.
Sure.
Sounds
You do
reasonable to me. I do loosen my what's it called? My ceremonial robes,
I put
because
away my
they're
Bible.
very tight and they're very uncomfortable.
I just want to note that Dmitry is so inconsolable right now that unless someone like realizes that he's there and like tells him what's going on, he's not listening, and he's also making a lot of noise during this speech. So
I go and support Dmitry. Like, I drape him around my arguably, like, comparatively tiny shoulders. Like, it's
he's
okay,
fine.
buddy.
He lets you do it. He doesn't know what's going on.
All right. So he beckons to you, and he's looking at you expectantly to follow him.
Yeah.
Are you following?
We follow him.
Yes.
No, we don't follow him. Adventure over.
Game over.
I mean, you could just like say like you could just be like,
Wow.
Guess that was over
Sirens or
quickly.
something.
No, we go to his shop.
Yeah, we follow him.
It's okay. You guys end up at a shop. It's rundown, but well kept. It looks. Efren, you notice that it is dirt. It's dirtier than usual.
Okay.
Like there's dust in corners that normally would be kept clean.
When we get there, can Efren like go to the kitchen, like put on a pot of water or something? Because
Pot of water.
That he's like not in this space, but she like goes to put on like tea or something.
Okay, yes, that's perfectly fine.
What spells can I cast?
Right now?
What could you possibly want to cast?
Like right now?
Prestidigitate into his daughter.
Hey, can I... Wait, retcon, can I spare the dying on his daughter?
We didn't see
Anyway,
Barry's dead body, like. Alright, so you are in this house, and I would say that the people who most frequented the shop, so like Sally, so Efren, and I would say Dmitry, because he would come often with a ore and the like from the mine.
A
So-
or singular.
Yeah. and Nathré probably, because
Probably.
Gotta
Biri,
refill that ink.
yeah. You notice that like I said, the house it is a well kept place for being run down. It's dirty. It's dirtier than normal. Like you've got dust in the corners, and you have dishes on the by the sink that are just not clean. Table. The table has tools that you Efren would know are normally put away in like their rightful places.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Efren, you know this.
how long ago did she die? Sorry.
Would be a couple days.
Mm-hmm.
But like with I believe with the way life, the people who follow the deity of life, it's when someone does die, it's they have like rituals that they do in private. I would assume like just it would take a few days for them to be able to actually have the funeral, because life is so important to them.
Yeah, of course.
And it's devastating when life is over.
Yep.
Efren knows that the reason the house looks unkempt like this is because Kieran himself is not a very tidy man. He's forgetful, and you know that Jujube would go behind him, putting things back where they belong, dusting corners. So
she took care of her dad a little bit.
Shut the fuck up.
yeah, basically, like it's obviously not the situation where like he is incapable of doing these things, and like she had to take care of her poor father. She did this because she loved her dad, and she wanted to keep his workspace clean so he could, do his work.
I miss Jujube
That
so
is
much.
so sweet.
I look at Kieran and I say, "Hey, homie, do you
Do
need
the
some help
accent.
cleaning up around here? Like, it's
Character voice.
this
Character
kind of
voice.
stuff can cause a lot of anxiety."
I can't believe that that I have no characters that don't talk. Apparently, no character talks in this campaign.
Hey, Kieran.
As
Kieran, I just wanted you to know, this kind of environment is very difficult to live in. It's very untidy. If you would like, I won't do it, but I can hook you up with a couple people in my network.
Oh no, I wouldn't be getting dirty myself. I would not be doing the cleaning.
Oh, absolutely not. I've just got some very reliable people on my crew that I could hook you up with.
Gives you a just a knowing smile, because he's met you, of course, before, and he knows how you are. So he has a small smile because you've basically made him feel a little bit better, because he finds it funny. It's just funny to him that you always try to use your quote unquote people to help him out, even though he does not have the money to afford people to help him out.
No, they would be doing it for a favor.
So,
on my end, of course, this is a very upsetting event, obviously, but I would be offering a favor from my part, but I will not be touching your dirty pots. That is not my problem.
and then he turns he turns to the stove to put on a pot of water, but he realizes that Efren is doing it for him. And he starts crying. He starts crying again.
Oh no! That was not the intended reaction.
He pulls a handkerchief out of his breast pocket and just
Wait,
suddenly blows his
wait.
face.
I cast Destroy Water so he doesn't have to wipe his face.
What?
No.
Hey, Carnation, that is very extra, and you are wasting spell slots in our presence. We could be going on an adventure any second. You do not know.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, it's important that I react here, though. Okay, because one part of Dmitry's character is he's a super duper clean freak. So he was crying really hard, but he noticed that it was really nasty.
And he started crying harder.
I cast Destroy Water on Dmitry too.
Okay, he wipes his
Dmitry
face and he
dies.
smears sunscreen all over his face. Like, his face is, like, really... He looks like a clown, kind of, because there's sunscreen all over and smeared everywhere. And anyway, he goes over and he puts his hand on Kieran's shoulder and he says... And he looks at Nathré and he's like... You do not need to get people. You do not. I do this for you. I will do this.
God, he was rushing.
I love Dmitry so much.
Do you still have that
yeah,
voice
Dmitry,
changer installed?
Way to fucking throw me under the bus. I really love that.
Kieran is crying over boiled water.
At least it's not spilled milk, though.
That's true.
Oh my god.
I have terrible aim and I accidentally destroyed that water too.
Okay, let's see. Focus. Like, I forgot what I was gonna have him say. You guys, like, are ruining my campaign.
That's just how it be.
Okay, so he went to go boil some water for everyone, and then he cried, and then he blew his nose into his handkerchief, and then he looked at his handkerchief and was just kind of like, that was a bad idea. It to a corner, which where when it lands, you see there's just like a pile of dirty clothes.
That is gross. You are going to
You
get
guys are just tearing this
termites.
man down over his cleanliness, like his house.
I whisper this to
Hey,
Dmitry,
Hey.
encouraging him to clean.
I'd like to say
kid
that
just died.
she
Cut him some slack. Okay.
sends a quick, like, praise really quickly to her god of purity. Give this poor man and clean his room. It's like, send some divine intervention for this man. His life is not
Uh,
over.
See, Biri, when you say that,
This is all happening in her head. She's not saying this out loud.
so Biri, after you, I know Biri didn't say it out loud, but after Biri thought it, like she looks over at the pile of clothes, and if possible, they look even dirtier.
No! Alright, well, Biri is gonna put her hands together to, again, to pray
Super
to
pray.
the god of purity, and she's gonna strong thoughts of, hey, fuck you, dude, to this deity. Like, not in an evil way, just,
To a deity.
yeah.
Biri, like, and she looks down, and her clothes are like now covered in dirt.
Okay, well, she's gonna gasp for that. She's gonna go, honey.
Nathré prays to their daddy, Kaka, and is like, yo, dog, don't fuck this guy over, please, thanks.
He looks at all of you, and he looks less nervous now that you're in his house.
Mm-hmm.
And he motions for you all to sit.
I
Is
sit.
he being watched?
Well, wait.
Zinlee sit.
He motions
stay
for you all to
standing.
Hey, can you, for the love of God, let me finish my sentence before you say anything?
Okay.
He motions for you to sit at his table, but then he looks at the table and realizes there's only 4 chairs, and he looks kind of panicked, and just kind of like looks at all of you. And
I sit on Dimitri's lap.
I stand.
Dmitry is standing, sweeping the floor, son.
I sit on Dimitri's shoulders.
Dmitry
Alec
will
sits
allow
on the
this.
table.
Don't be rude. Get off the table.
There are only
Hmm.
floors, and you expect me to just stand there? I'm tiny. Let me sit on the damn table. I feel like by this point nobody's gonna be sitting in any of the chairs. We're all just gonna be sitting.
I sit in one of the chairs because I'm a high-ranking member of the church, and obviously it's my chair.
Okay.
Biri sits down on like another surface, like the kitchen, and she like sits down with crossed legs
on the kitchen.
That would have been
Is
way
anybody
cooler.
the counter, like
Is
she
anybody
pushes some
else?
shit off the counter like a cat.
The Efren is obviously like making tea right now, so
Yeah.
So we have Emilie sitting down on the table, not on a chair, on the table. Is that what you clarified?
Yeah.
Chairs that are
Well,
unoccupied.
I'm not. Alec is.
What?
Nathré just standing, just like staring at him.
Zinlee?
Yep.
What domain or like what's your? What do they call it for wizards?
School?
What's your school? Yeah. Illusion?
Oh,
Yeah.
Hold on, let me look at the illusion table. Continue, Roy. Thank
Oh
you.
my god.
Okay, so basically the only person who actually sat down was Carnation.
That's me.
Zinlee, seeing that no one else sat down, sits down too.
A little flustered. He looks like embarrassed at the fact that he only has 4 chairs for the 8 of you? 7?
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, 7 of you, and he's just like looks a little like sits down as well since there's another chair, but like looks awkward about it because, you know, he offered all of you chairs and then most of you didn't even take it.
Okay, can Biri like wait for him to go on? Like she's sitting on the kitchen table and she's like, go on.
Yeah, okay.
Like
He pulls the locket back out between his hands again. Let's see. He's looking at all of you, and he looks down at his hands, and he starts talking very quietly. He says, I believe that Juju did not die of natural causes.
Zinlee gasped.
Efren is like immediately all ears.
Nathré just goes sick under
Hi
her
guys.
breath.
She doesn't have ears, she's a lizard.
I have reason to suspect that for some reason someone targeted my baby girl. Did her life before it was time.
Can I cast an actual spell?
What spell do you want to cast?
I want to cast Detect Evil and Good. I want to see if this
You
guy
wanna
is
cast-
being honest with me.
Okay.
Yeah, he needs to do a saving throw.
Okay, so that's with
It
my...
should tell you which one. It's probably wisdom.
Okay,
Yeah, Wisdom is
so-
my modifier. It's +4.
Okay.
I think, doesn't everybody need to? Because this says a range of 30 feet.
Oh, it's within
God,
range?
everyone has 2.
Oh.
I rolled a natural 20, so like no one needs to check. I did it. Congratulations to me. Okay, Roy, is this guy good or evil?
He's good. He's like full on like 110%. Like there is no malicious intent in this man's body.
Okay, I'm gonna go down the list in the chat, and you just call out good or evil. Elisar is... Elisar, good or evil?
I don't know the characters. I can't tell you. They have to tell you themselves.
That's what I'm asking.
Nathré is chaotic neutral, so they're
Not what I'm
generally,
asking.
Oh, good or evil?
They're good. They have good intentions, but they just fuck up a lot.
Emilie, good or evil?
Good.
Maggie, good or evil?
He's a very good boy.
Micaiah,
Bad wording.
Good.
Sally,
Oh, good.
Stella.
She's got good coming out of her ass.
Stella's good, right? Okay. We just got ourselves a bunch of good boys. I
One.
randomly say out loud, there is no evil among us. Please,
We're not
please
sure.
continue, Kieran. I secretly cast a spell to see if you were a bad dude, but like you're not, and God said so. So like we're good.
Hey, Max
He
is
doesn't
here.
Oh no,
know.
Max is here.
Max is
Oh
here.
no.
Well, Max is 3 hours late. 4 hours
Max-
late.
Have Max knock on the door and be like, I'm sorry, I missed the funeral.
Sorry, I missed your funeral.
Hey, everyone on this stream, this is my worst nightmare.
For now, well, Favyre will not be here. So Favyre will just have to listen.
Okay.
Because we've already started. We're already in full swing, and so we'll just wrap this up. Like he's just gonna give you a quest sort of deal, and then well, you guys can go.
Max, is your character good or evil?
No! Stop!
Their character's not in right now, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I can
like,
detect.
Isn't here.
I can detect
Look,
good or evil
they
through
are
a
not-
meter of solid
They're
wood.
not here.
But he's not there.
Through a meter of solid wood.
Okay, so Madi,
Mm-hmm.
Max, or Favyre is nowhere near your vicinity. Spell does not affect them.
Oh fuck.
Max,
Cool. Okay.
Favyre is not in whatever is happening at this moment. Favyre is not taking part because they overslept and missed the funeral. So
That sounds like Favyre's thing to do. So
okay,
sounds
cool.
pretty-
Let's see. You said that thing. You Madi. Carnation. Carnation said the thing about no evil being here, and you see like a mixture of emotions like just on Kieran's face. He doesn't know whether to be terrified or grateful. The fact that you said this, like he doesn't know if you trusted him enough, and that's why you cast a spell, or if you cast.
We've got a very paranoid.
He's a very paranoid man. Yes, he's a human living in a world of Nathré. Like he's not.
Yeah, so
He's
I
not
guess
a very-
you're welcome. Is what I should be saying.
I've made sure everyone in this room is trustworthy for the definitely good information we're about to get.
All right, let's go. Let's keep this moving.
Okay, okay, he's very nervous, and I'm trying to think about. I'm trying to see how to phrase this. Knew that he believes his daughter was murdered.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you guys are supposed to react to that. Like he said, hey, I think my daughter's been murdered, and I was pausing to let you guys.
Nathré whispers like inaudibly under their breath, like only to like the people sitting like or standing directly next to them, but not to the dude, obviously, because that's rude. Just like sick, like you know.
Carnation is sitting directly in front of. You're on the counter, right?
I'm
No.
just standing, dog.
Oh, never
Yeah.
mind.
Leaning against the
Yeah,
wall, just like
I am-
looking.
I
weird.
imagine-
He's on the counter.
Okay, I imagine like you know how like in some houses you have like a different like you've got like your kitchen or whatever, but like your dining table is offset in like a small alcove.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Like my house.
Like where it's kind of like that the wall is kind of curved and that's where the table is.
Okay.
Yeah, the lizard squad is in the kitchen still.
Yeah, they're in the kitchen. The table is set. It's just four. It's a square table, 4 chairs. Kieran is sitting closest to the wall, so furthest away from the kitchen.
Yeah.
And Carnation is sitting across from him, closer to the kitchen. And then we have, I believe it was, who was it that was also sitting at the table?
Alec.
I'm sitting on the table.
Oh, Alex sit on the table.
Yeah, even though there's a chair available for you.
Listen, I thought people were gonna take it, and I was trying to be polite to let other people have a chair.
So you didn't, okay, whatever, you're just on the table. Okay, so what was Nathré, so Nathré, was that all you were saying? Just
Sick.
Just
Just
being
like-
an asshole about someone's dead kid.
No, because listen, adventure.
Nathré.
Efren, as soon as Kieran says that, Efren turns around and she's like, "What? Like, who? Why would anyone want Jujube dead? Like, she's just a little girl." Can I
Nothing
ask a
happened.
question?
oh yeah, go ahead.
Are you sure that they weren't trying to attack you?
Hey,
He-
is that what your character sounds like?
Yeah.
I'm in
Okay.
hell.
I feel like you should give Alec a more monotonous voice, like something that's like really just like kind of like I don't want to be here.
All right. Let me try it again.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, are you sure no one was trying to attack you?
He looks he looks nervous, but like not nervous in the sense that he agrees with you that someone was trying to kill him. Just nervous over just talk in general of people wanting to kill him. He looks down at his hands and says, I don't believe that they were trying to trying to kill me.
I meant like hurt, like
Yeah,
kill Jujube to hurt him, not kill him.
he looks really, really sad for a second, and then he starts like wringing his hands, rubbing his like thumb across his palm in a nervous manner.
Like to ask a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna try to do a character voice, but I'm so bad with accents, so just like bear with me here.
Okay.
I support you.
Okay. So she's gonna walk up to Kira and she's like gonna climb off the table, which I'm imagining is not a big deal because she's probably like hitting the ceiling when she's standing up. So she's gonna climb down off the table. She's gonna walk over to Kira and like put on his tiny human body.
Where specifically?
Shoulder, I'm imagining. Do you think there's any way that this could have been... Do you think this is maybe what happened to your wife? Do you think this is related in any way? Step
like,
away
as soon as-
for an answer.
To his wife, like he like starts crying like
Oh
excessively.
no. Okay, she's gonna take a step forward again and just like hug him.
He leans into the hug and just kind of like pats you awkwardly.
Yeah.
Very large and big.
Doesn't let go. She's
Yeah.
she's hugging him.
He reaches into like not his breast pocket, but like a pocket like down by his waist, but it's still on his shirt. What are they called? It's a waist pocket, it's a waistcoat pocket, and pulls out another handkerchief.
This guy's prepared.
Like he blows.
I mean, his daughter just died.
Can
I would think
can
he has
Nathré
more
ask?
than one.
Guys, let me
Can
finish.
Nathré ask a question?
Let Roy finish.
Oh, sorry.
He takes it out. He blows his nose first, and then he wipes his eyes.
Gross.
Ew. Like does it like that way, and then he looks at it again, and then he like looks at his pocket, and then he tosses it back over to the pile that he threw the other one.
Yeah. Can I just say that ew, collective ew and gross that just came from the entire party was definitely out loud.
Wait, Nathré?
So like everyone said that in character.
Yeah,
That
definitely.
you just got a chill from her home and was like, gross. What was that?
Is there more or like?
What are you gonna say? No, it was Nathré gonna say something else, or
Yeah, Nathré just wanted to ask a question. Like, what was suspicious about Juju's passing?
Asking that in character.
What exactly was suspicious to you about Juju's passing? Because normally when people pass, it's not the first instinct to think murder. Was this immediately your response, or no? Was there something specific about this incident that has led you to believe that murder is the answer to this dilemma?
He looks at you, Nathré, in the eyes for a moment. It's kind of uncomfortable.
Okay, this is a little strange. Can you please just answer me? It's a pretty simple question.
And then he says in a very solemn voice, he says, they found her body underneath one of the trees outside of Favyre.
Like buried?
No, like let him finish. Her every single bone in her body was, and then he starts.
Was gone. She was attacked by the same sorcerer I was. The dreaded bone stealer.
Guys, this is serious stuff. Okay, he sniffs a bit, and then he like composes himself, and he continues. He says, "They were all of the bones in her body were broken. It was
Oh no.
It was as if she was at. It was they said it was like that she had climbed to the top of this tree and just lost her grip and fell."
But how do you break every bone if you just fall?
Yeah, how tall is that tree is what I'm
I
wondering.
think that might be the suspicious part. I think that's the thing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's a very tall tree with a lot of branches, so like she probably would have hit the branches on the way down.
Ouch.
But not every bone.
Ow, oof, my bone.
I said practice. I will say I did say practically. Like.
Oh, okay.
So it's not literal.
Let's keep this moving then.
One bone was left untouched.
Was
her
anything
big toe, her
missing?
big toe
Was
fine.
anything missing? Like, was there something that you know is always there that is no longer there?
He
Other
looks
than-
at you.
Yeah, her bones.
He looks at her.
I'm sorry. This is the last time I'm gonna mute myself.
Guys, let him finish speaking because you guys are ruining the story.
I am asking good questions.
Yeah, but you're not letting him
The
answer.
answer is no.
But you finished.
He
I
looks,
like
he looks
how
at you.
I like how Nathré just said, "I'm asking good questions out loud in character."
I did not. I asked that in Ellie's voice.
Why did you say it with a French accent?
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Okay, guys.
Okay, continue. I'm sorry.
Okay. He looks at Nathré and quizzically, and he goes, "No, that wasn't it. She wasn't missing anything. It's just." He turns to Efren and he looks at her, and he goes, "You know that. You know Jujube. She's terrified of heights.
Yeah.
There's no way she would have climbed
She
that
wouldn't
far
even let
up.
me give her a piggyback.
Like, there's no way she would have climbed this tree to the point where falling would cause that much damage."
Now that shit is suspicious.
Do you think maybe she was hiding from something, running away from something?
She's been chased by an animal before, but like I mean, I was there to help and keep it from her, but there's just no way she would, under any circumstances, brave her fear of heights to just.
Biri pats his head reassuringly.
He sit on a countertop. She was so afraid of falling.
Weak.
Excuse you?
Looks like someone here's already more of a badass than that 12-year-old, I guess, is what we're
I
saying.
said weak.
I know that's what you said. That's why I'm like,
And
oh
what I said was bad?
my- By the way, that was in character. I hope you realize you said weak in character and you said, excuse me?
I did not.
She means that she feels weak at the thought of somebody murdering such a young girl.
I'm gonna clear this up right now.
I feel like I have to roll for that fucking lie because Stella's a dumbass.
Biri is still hugging Kieran.
Hold on, I'm just gonna do a
Pat him
roll
on
for
the head reassuringly.
performance.
I think
Hold
Kieran's
on.
probably
The
really
eyes?
thrilled that he invited all these people.
Shut the fuck up. Beauty's gonna try to be nice about this. She's
I rolled a
gonna
19. He believed that you're good, Stella.
Ellie, shut the fuck up. So Beauty's gonna take both her hands and like hold him out and like look into his eyes and be like, boy, what's his name?
Oh my goodness. Okay,
Boy.
so
No, Kieran. So he's gonna look Kieran in the eyes and she's gonna go, Kieran, I know this is hard. And you know me. I'm Biri. I say
yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, yeah, I know who you are.
Okay, I was thinking of something else. Okay, I was thinking about this stupid old monk who like fell off.
I literally already lied for you and rolled a 19. Why would you ruin it?
I was thinking about this old monk who failed a backflip and hit his head on a stone. But never mind, I'm here for you, okay? And she looks into his eyes and she like smooths his shoulders with like her hands, and she says, "I love you."
Yeah, immediately after you say that, he just
Is
starts-
she
he
like
just
coming
starts-
on to this dude?
No, not at all. I was laughing. Biddy is laughing, definitely in character. As she said that, she cracked up.
Like he's crying again. There's no way this guy is not crying again. He's just like so bad, like to the point where like tears are just spilling. Like he's just shaking. He's crying so hard, and he starts sobbing, and he's just like, please, will you help me? I need to find out who murdered my beautiful angel, my child, the only world.
He says yes, very loudly, right next to his ear, and probably enthusiastic.
Carnation says yes, obviously. Yeah, of course. Anything for a fellow member of the church.
At this
He thanks
point,
you.
Efren is like, oh, like, you're the closest thing I have to family in this area. Like, of course, I'll do everything I can.
Alec looks to see what Dmitry does.
Dmitry has literally like been really quiet, but he stopped sweeping when the whole murder thing.
What does Daddy do?
Oh my god,
So
he's been
he
cleaning
goes
this whole
over
time.
And he marches over and he grabs Kieran's shoulders really hard, and it probably hurts him a little bit. And
Yeah, are you pushing Beauty out of the way because that's kind of her spot?
Yes. I'm in everyone's way. I'm big and burly, and I'm just there. And grab his shoulders really hard and say, really emotionally, I say, "We will do anything we can. Anything. We will stand our turn. We will find what we will do anything." Basically, he's not even making any sense, but he's trying to be nice. So
Like his accent's probably gotten like super thick, and like the point that Kieran can't even understand what he's saying, but he's like nodding and he's just saying thank you.
Biddy now has a hand on both Dimitri's shoulder and Kieran's shoulder, and she's just like patting them both.
Alec just shrugs and says, "All right."
And Zinlee says,
Anything for a friend or anyone that I know. I would do anything to help you.
I love Alec. He thanks all of you. Like he looks at every single one of you one by one, and he's just saying thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And then he looks at Efren and he's just like stuttering again, and he's like, "Is the tea ready? Like I feel like I could go for some tea."
Efren sort of like chokes, like a giggle, cry kind of thing, and starts pouring tea. She's like, "Yeah, I think we all can."
All right, that's
Okay.
I feel like that's a good way to like end the scene. Like you all have some tea, and you comfort him a little bit more, and then you guys leave to go.
Wait, no. Quick anecdote. Bridges, because she's a cold dragon, so she definitely like picks up the cup of tea and instantly just like cools to iced tea temperature, and she's like, thanks.
Yeah.
Like she means well, but she like definitely sounds kind of bitter.
This is her Gogurt curse.
Carnation puts a bunch of sugar in hers because she's picky.
I'm in big news. Did you guys want to do anything before you left?
I chugged that tea. So fucking good.
So my character, I don't know how many people know it, but she has the whole sidekick shop, and while she's like a sorcerer, so she was like born into it, she still heavily believes in that kind of thing. So before they leave, she turns to Kieran and she hands him an amethyst stone, and she explains that it's like this healing thing and it's supposed to really help, and it's also her favorite one, but she doesn't tell him that.
Always. Aww, that's so precious. Okay, let me see. He takes this stone, and he looks at you. He doesn't have to. He's not that much taller. He's like only 5 inches taller, so like, it's very comforting to see someone smaller than him.
Okay. Well,
After Biri fucking hugged him for like half an hour.
Yeah, like, he looks at Alec and puts a hand on her shoulder, very sincerely, and he takes out the locket, that the Jujube's locket, and he takes the stone and he like puts it inside of it.
Alec just smiles.
How involved was this guy with like the Life Church?
Let's just say he's like one of those like guys that goes to church every Sunday and like tithes regularly, but like other than that, he's like not really like in the community. So,
Alright.
like he would have gone to like a function like every like once a month maybe, like one of those like get-togethers.
Okay.
He like he tithes regularly, so he was like supporting the cause.
Yeah. Okay.
Were you gonna do something, or did I just ruin it?
Well, it depended on what level of the church he was, but okay, let's move on.
Moving on. Okay, basically, like, what do you want to do after this? Like, you can do whatever. Level 17 church, thank you.
I'm gonna change out of my ceremonial robes and into my
What's the max church level?
my
25. And I grind, I pray, yes. Yes, absolutely.
let's all go to like a bar or something.
BD's gonna go to the monastery.
Oh, I should have done
BD's gonna go to the
Okay.
monastery, and
So, where would that be? Where
that's in Sirenth, I'm pretty sure.
yeah, Sirens. You can go. Well, I mean, there's more than one in Sirens. It's a very large town.
Okay.
So, but you can go to the one for your.
I'm gonna go to the one nearest to the gate.
You tell me Favyre don't have a tavern or an inn or
One for your. It does, but like, Biri wants
BD's
to
gonna go home to the monastery in Sirenth. She's gonna swing by home. The monastery is pretty close to the city gate, so she's gonna swing by home and she's gonna say hi to her dad. I guess he's obviously not her dad, but he's the priest who raised her. She's gonna be like, yeah, and she's gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna be gone for a while and I don't know how long. And she's gonna, go to her room, pack up some stuff, and she's gonna say, she's gonna be gone for a while. Like, she leaves often because of her job, but she's gonna say, hey, everybody, I'm gonna go, and she's gonna go back and meet up with the others.
Okay, I'm gonna go down the list of what everyone does, just so I can be like, so they all need to meet up somewhere at the end. But like, what does Nathré do, Ellie?
Nathré like thinks about calling Bart, and then it's just like, yeah, I'm good on that.
Can you explain who
What
Bart
did they
is? Or can you explain who Bart is for the listeners?
So Nathré works at Kletzker, which is basically Fantasy Staples, but not.
It's Kletzker, it's a different thing.
It's Kletzker, it's different. It's named after the guy who invented Staples or something. Not the company, the actual object. Anyway, Bart is unfortunately their boss.
Unfortunately.
Okay, hold on.
Has a terrible voice. Don't do it. Yeah. They think about calling Bart and just being like, heads up, not gonna be in work. And then they think, I get paid less than minimum wage. Not happening. And then they just don't do anything, I guess. But what they do, because their parents are alive. Shut the fuck up. Their parents are alive and well, so what they do is they just they swing by
I'm back. Hello.
their parents' home, and they don't even go in. They don't say hi because they don't have that kind of relationship. They just write a note. Gonna be gone for a while. Don't try and call me. And then puts it in their mailbox.
Alec, what are you doing?
So since she lives there, she's gonna head down to her shop area. The shop that the psychic shop, that's the word. And she heads down there and she writes this note for her door that reads, I'm gonna be closed for a bit. Sorry. If you want a reading or anything, call my intern, which she does not have. And she puts the note up on the door and turns it unclosed. And she doesn't like grab anything from the shop. And she just turns and leaves.
Okay. Dmitry, what are you doing?
Okay, so Rory, you might hate me for this, but where do I work right now?
With Kajisto and Vimgash at the Sugar Tits Inn.
Yes.
Sugar Tits Inn.
That's in Siren.
I do that. I go all the way to Siren.
You can say that the inn is very close by the monastery.
Yeah.
Okay, so by the way, if we go together, then on the way, Dmitry requests Biri to help him re-sunscreen his face because he can't really see it himself.
Absolutely. She's absolutely gonna do this, and her giant hands is gonna fucking...
She's gonna get it done so quick.
Okay. He's very grateful. Anyway, he goes to the inn, and he's very hyperactive, and he just slams his hands down on the table and he tells Kajiso and Vim, and he's like, "This is what happened. I gotta go." And
how does this go? Like, does he just come in and is he awkward about it, or is he kind of like just kind of
comes in the door, and it's not nearly time for hours before his shift, and so he slams open the door. Like, he straight up slams it. Like,
okay, he does this.
Like he does
this. It's like the next day, like, because the funeral was at night, and it took you guys a while to get.
All right, I didn't stop to sleep or anything. He's been up all night.
Yeah, so like it's like early morning, and you slam open this door, and there's like 3 regulars in there who are eating breakfast, and they just kind of like jump. One of them throws an egg at you, like just like a hard-boiled egg. Like you know him, you know this guy. He's a grumpy tiny they called gnomes. He's a tiny gnome, and his name is, let's see, I'm gonna name him. His name is gonna be Seth, and he is very angry all the time.
Tiny for a gnome or tiny for a normal person?
Just tiny for a gnome. He's very, very small.
Oh god. Yeah.
He's a small ball of anger.
You gotta be careful not to step on him.
Oh yeah, Seth, who is tiny for a gnome, is very small. He like takes like a hard-boiled egg and he throws it at you and he goes, "Get out of here!" What do you do?
The egg straight up just bounces off Dimitri's chest, first of all, and he just keeps going. Like, he beelines for the counter where one of the 2 ladies are. Which one of the ladies is there?
Let's see. We'll do Vim is like at the
Okay, I go to her and I immediately, like, I slam my hands down on the counter. I do that, just like I said before. And I go, "Vim, I'm very sorry. I have no time to explain. I have got to do something quite important. I do not need pay. I just need leave of absence. I will come back and finish."
She doesn't look at you for a second. Like, she like finishes cleaning the spot that she was rubbing at slowly, like through like her eyebrows are slightly furrowed, and she just stares at you. She just sighs like very loudly. Okay, I will have to tell Kijiso that you are leaving.
And so I interrupt her at this point. Can I do that? Am I allowed to do that?
You're allowed to do anything, but like just decide who you're talking to.
Okay, I wave my hands in front of her face. I interrupt her. I say, no. I go tell her myself.
Yeah, like before you go, like Vimgash, like she takes like the rag she has, and she does the thing where you twist it up and like flick it at the person, and it hurts really bad.
Sucker.
But she does it perfectly, like to your forehead. So now you have a red mark there, and it's gonna be there for 3 hours. But before you leave, she goes, "Never interrupt me ever again."
Roy, I'm gonna have you roll for damage. Like,
Go see
she's
her.
a big ass orc, and she did that perfectly. She's gonna damage
Oh
him.
my god.
Yeah, I just rolled a 6.
So our tank is down to 8 hit points.
Dmitry falls flat on his butt onto the floor, and he straight up just lays there for a minute, comprehending.
I hope you realize that you should have been smart enough not to sass Vimgash.
Okay, I go to her. I consequently slam open that door with a little less force because I'm now injured.
Before you even say anything, she slaps you. But like, not hard. Like, it's obviously it's not gonna do anything. But like,
Really? Are you sure? Do you want to roll for damage for that too?
no, I'm not. She's a tiny halfling. She's not doing any damage. And she goes, "Hey," and then she's just like, "How is my favorite employee?"
Okay, so he says, look, I never ask any favor. I always come here, I always do my shift, I always do what you say, I do this so well. Please, I beg you, please, I need some time off. Just a long time for me to go and do something so important.
Honey, that's fine. Like, you don't even have to like beg or anything. Like, you're good. Like, you realize that we only hired you because you're cute, right? Like, that's it.
Hate this voice. Hey, Biri isn't here. She's still in the monastery, but she rolls her eyes because she feels a disturbance in the forest. And it's that voice.
It was gonna be a British accent, but then I couldn't remember how to do that, so here we go.
Valley
Okay,
Girl and British are basically interchangeable.
And she like winks like at Dmitry, and she's like, "But it's fine. Like, I can give you like paid leave or whatever. Just like, cool. Just don't forget to like write. I guess. Make sure you don't die."
Okay, so Dmitry is just like, when she winks, he's like, oh, okay, thank you so much, thank you so much. I thank you so much. I go now, thank you, sir. I will write, I will come back, I will. And then he leaves.
Oh, as he's leaving, she totally like smacks his butt like really hard.
Roll for damage.
Roll fast, damn it.
No, like she very much smacked his butt on his way out. Is Biri gonna comment on the very large red mark that's on his forehead now?
Absolutely. She's gonna take a good long look at it.
How long does it take hit points to regenerate?
You have to take a rest.
Like, Biri definitely, like, leans down and gets, like, really up in his face, and she's like, kinky. And then she leaves, she turns to leave, and walks towards the city gate.
Oh, I love my players equally.
What's going on, like, directly outside of the blacksmith shop? What do we step out into, Roy? That's my question.
Yeah, it's a little vague.
8 people with some pretty crazy abilities walk out of a blacksmith store. What is going on around us? I just kind of want to get on this. I go to the tree. I go to the tree where she fell out of. I got directions from him before I left. I'm sure he cried a lot.
No, you can't start doing the quest without us,
I'm not doing the quest. I'm doing, like, pre-pro.
You like everyone else, and you just go up to Kieran and it's just like, "Hey dog, just so I know, can you tell me exactly where your daughter died? Like, can you just
I'm
me?"
a pastor. He knows I'm good.
Plus, he just asked us to find out who killed his daughter.
Yeah, dog. Hey, can you find out who killed my daughter? Oh yeah, where did she die? How dare you ask me something like that? How dare you? Fine, I don't do that. I go...
No, it's fine.
No, I don't do that. I go into the nearest bar and I drink so much alcohol that I die. Game over.
Game over for you, my man.
I walk into the nearest bar and I buy a bunch of bottles of water and then I bless them and put them in my bag for safekeeping. I don't have any money, never mind. I don't do anything. I just step out and I sit down on the curb and I wait for my friends to come back.
There's a parking
Okay. If you sit down outside and like don't do anything, Biri's definitely gonna offer if you want to come with Dmitry and her to Siren.
Yeah, I guess, whatever.
You're a very moody pastor.
Biri's gonna take him to the monastery and be like, "Hey, Daddy Priest."
Do we celebrate the same religion?
Absolutely not.
Which domain are you?
I'm Agnotis, god of purity.
I bow slightly to the father figure. I give him a handshake and I say, "Hey, I love you, man. Make love, not war." I give him a little sticker that says "Make love, not war."
Oh my god.
You can just stick that wherever, man. You can stick that on your car, or well, you can stick that on your backpack. I give him a sticker and I say, "Hey, I don't really have any ties, so there's nothing I need to do before we go and find the murderer of this daughter." You don't know her though. Don't worry about it. All right, I guess
Biri's
I'm
very excited to introduce her family.
Oh, sweet.
Definitely yes.
All right.
Anyway, let's move on.
Do you guys are you one of those people who kisses everyone that they meet like the Italians do?
Wait, monks?
Yeah. And I go around meeting Biri's family and doing like an Italian style greeting, like "Mwah, mwah, good to meet you. Hello. It's me."
Okay, great.
Pastor Carnation. How are you?
Okay, so we have done Alec, we have done Carnation, we've done Dmitry, we've done Biri. Have we done Efren?
No, not yet.
Let's see. So basically, I'll do Zinlee next, and then we'll do Efren, because Efren probably, I'm assuming, stayed behind to talk to Kieran.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Zinlee, is your turn. What does Zinlee do?
She would probably go back to her apartment, where she lives.
Okay.
And she would tell the landlord that she's not sure how long she'll be gone, but she may need to put in an advance payment, just in case.
Okay.
So she does that.
Okay.
Then she prepares her things in her room and goes to sleep.
Okay.
It's in Biri,
Okay,
so she
so
doesn't have to go very far.
Okay, so Efren, what do you do?
Well, she sort of stays back, like you said, and says bye to everyone as they walk out and make plans to meet up and whatever. But she just kind of stays back and asks Kieran, do you want me to stay? I want to find out what happened as much as anybody, but I don't want to leave you. You're going to be in a bad place.
Okay, as much as I would love for you to stay and just be here with me as a comfort, I know it would be so much better for the both of us, for your state, for your peace of mind and for mine, for you to go find out who did this to our angel.
She sort of smiles sadly and says, "Okay, I'll do it for you. I'll do it for Jujube, and maybe I'll write some damn good music while I'm at it."
I think that's what Jujube would have wanted. And then he starts crying. He starts crying again. Even hug him. Yeah.
She gives him one last big bear hug, and sort of gives him a meaningful look before because she has to head out to her apartment and pack up her stuff to get ready.
Before you go,
okay.
He reaches he reaches into his pocket. He pulls out the locket. He opens it and takes the amethyst that Alec gave him and puts that back in his pocket. And then looks at you and hands out and just holds out this locket. He's tearing up so badly he can't speak, but he's holding Jujube's locket out for you to take.
Efren hesitates because she doesn't want to take this last thing from him, but she can tell that he wouldn't be offering it if he knew that it wasn't what he really wanted to do. So she takes it and she doesn't say anything. She just nods and smiles and hugs it to her chest.
He nods back and wipes away his tears, and he just says, please find out what happened.
I won't stop till I do.
All right, so basically what is happening now is before you guys left for your respective places, I'm going to I'm just gonna meta and say you guys agreed to meet at the tavern in Badir.
Mm-hmm.
Which since I know Favyre works there, I believe is what we that's what we said, right?
Yes.
Okay, would you like to name this bar?
No, I don't have the creativity for that right now.
Great.
Is it a themed bar?
Fantasy Fridays.
I will accept that because Friday exists, so it's not that far. Like Fantasy Fridays. We're good. So okay. So before you guys left, you agreed to meet up at Fantasy Fridays. Just because that was, and most everyone lived in Badir. Only three people went to Sirens, and only because Carnation went with Biri. So all of you are going to meet up at this tavern place. It's been 2 days. I'm going from since the funeral because y'all kind of
about all this, or are they gonna fill me in when they get here?
They'll fill you in because I'm going to. How do you know any of them personally?
I'm not sure. I was probably told by the blacksmith. If I don't know anyone, does anyone frequent this bar?
Yeah, whoever lives in Badir,
has probably been there.
Efren's probably performed there. It wouldn't be her regular gig, but she's probably performed there.
All right,
okay,
I probably know Efren then.
Yeah.
Okay. So enough to be acquaintances where whenever you go there for a drink, you just kind of talk to Favyre.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you all end up at this bar. You are in there. You are all crowded around a table in the corner. There is obviously not enough chairs. Alec is probably sitting on the table because they're just
I order tapas for the table. There's some cheese and meat out.
I'm still gonna sit on it.
You don't? Can you sit?
Fantasy appetizers.
I'm not sitting on anyone's lap.
Can you not sit on the appetizers though? I guess.
Yeah, I can. I won't sit on the appetizers. I'm not
Okay, thank you.
a demon, ironically.
I paid good. I'm technically unemployed and definitely homeless, so it's a grand gesture for me.
I don't know. Can pastors be homeless? Can't they just live at the church?
What? Yeah.
What?
I live.
Sleep at the pew?
I sleep in my office at the church where I work, but I don't get paid, so I don't know. Whatever. Just enjoy these appetizers and don't sit on them, please.
Okay.
There's also baked spinach dip, which is delicious.
Just as a note, as soon as Efren sees Dmitry's face, she starts laughing. It makes her feel a lot better, and he laughs at him, and it's all in good fun, but it makes her feel a lot better.
Okay, so y'all are basically I'm assuming Favyre is the one who brought the food to your table.
Yes. I look at Dmitry, and I look at Efren, and I'm like, don't I know you? I gotta think of a character voice for her. Just stick with me for a second. Don't I know you?
I've played here a couple times. You guys have really nice acoustics in here. It's good. She's not very good at conversation. We've gone over this.
Right. You come in, you play sometimes. She drops the appetizers at the table, and she's like, big party, huh? I don't know if we can actually allow that. I think that might mess with fire safety. But I can keep quiet.
What gender is Favyre?
A girl.
The young youth minister leans over and she says, "Young lady, listen to me. I can tell there's something about you. There's something about you." I hand her the same sticker I gave. On the back, I'm gonna write my phone number. Do we have phones? Absolutely. You
don't. There's no such. Oh, okay, you give her your Stone of Fart speeches number.
yes, okay. If you ever need to speak with God, you give that number a call, and I can hook you up. Okay?
God?
It's also a sticker
Yes,
on the
that's
front.
it.
If you wanna stick that on something, decorate your laptop maybe, make love not war, huh? I love that. Okay. Anyway, can I get an iced tea, please?
Favyre stares at the sticker and looks at the phone number on the back and then looks up at Carnation.
Yep, that's for. How old are they?
Oh, no, don't worry. Favyre's like 23.
Oh, okay. So I need to make it clear that I'm like not flirting with you. I just realized this is embarrassing. Oh, hi. Let me start again. My name's Pastor Carnation. I'm a cleric.
Favyre's trying not to laugh, like really, like her shoulders are shaking and she's like biting her lips, but she's trying so hard, but it's just coming out.
Okay, well, I mean, if you are actually charmed, then I might be flirting. I don't
In
know.
the background, and she's ordering a normal cup of tea, and she's using her fucking ice breath like a party trick to impress the bartender because Carnation asked for iced tea.
Good one, ice breath.
I could just put ice in that for you.
No, I mean, this is pretty cool, actually. I think I'm good. I think everyone's good with it being cool like that.
I could get someone to push the tables together for you. Like, it's not a problem.
Okay,
No,
sweet.
we're good. We like to huddle.
Come, I'll tell you what. Maybe this conversation will you come huddle with us. We'll give you a new job. How does that sound? Do you like? Have you ever killed anyone before? We're going to.
I thought we were trying to like avenge.
What do you think avenging means?
Favyre dead ass leans in and goes, kill people?
Yeah, like, have you? I haven't, but I've been planning on it.
Carnation is hitting on Favyre, who is working at the bar. That
I'm
you were
not.
at.
Listen, no. I'm evangelizing.
100% sure you're hitting Favyre.
I'm evangelizing. Don't worry about it. Anyway, do you want to come kill people with us?
She chuckles. She doesn't seem like the nervous bartender that you kind of just met, and she leans casually up against. Who's your informer? She goes, who's your informer?
There's this blacksmith we met. His daughter just
He's a
died.
mourning father is who he is.
Yeah, it's not really like the mission isn't explicitly murder, but like.
Wait, Kieran? Is that who sent you?
Yeah, dog. Oh my god, I remember. Oh, Carnation read the guest list as like as the thing that she does, and she was like, oh, "Okay, so you slept in or something," is what I'm getting. Maybe listen.
God, I felt so bad. I
Are you going to be late for the murder as well?
Efren sort of lays a hand on Carnation's arm, and she goes, "You're like, you seem really set on this murder thing, but like,
Yeah. Well.
I really don't think that's what Kieran had in mind
Hey.
when he sent us on this quest."
Efren, look at me.
Yeah, I'm looking right at you.
Do you see the little thing that's next to their name tag? This is like a name tag place, right? Like they have a name tag because they're a bartender?
It's Fantasy Fridays.
Fantasy. Do you see on their Fantasy Friday name tag where it says Rogue next to their name?
That seems to be written on with like Sharpie. I'm not sure if that's like,
You know what rogues like, right? Like, you know.
Wait, I'm imagining that.
I don't want to kill people either, Efren.
I do.
What?
Really, because it seems like that's where you're headed with this.
No, God, no. I love life.
Okay, hold on. You only had to mention Kieran to get me.
No, listen.
You didn't have to, go on this whole rant about murder and stuff. Like,
Efren.
Okay, well, can you not kill people then? Because, like, listen, this whole thing's making me very I love life. That's, like, my whole thing.
Then why are you talking about murder?
I was trying to entice this young rogue into our party.
Ma'am, I'm pretty sure, I'm 65% sure you're still flirting with me, so I'm gonna turn my attention to the one person I know at this table, and she looks at Efren.
I'd like to say, while this is happening, Biri has definitely started chugging the iced tea that she so gracefully made for Carnation.
I wanted that.
Carnation is speaking about murder, and Biri's doing, like, the Kermit thing. She's just, like, turning her head and being like, yeah, no.
I cast create water and drink that. I'm thirsty.
Did you just use a spell slot?
No.
Are you lying to me?
Another spell spot.
That would be 3.
Yeah, you're done, dude. Like, you need to sleep.
Nathré kind of leans forward and says, "Hey, Favyre, whatever. You are running an establishment, and I know that this murder talk is very interesting, but I am harsh. I think I passed out for like 25 minutes, 30 minutes. No idea what happened. I'm gonna really fucking need a good old... God, what would I like to drink? I don't know what Nathré would like to drink.
Like a water or something?
A good Pinot Noir.
Ice water.
I'm feeling it tonight.
Hey, while this is happening, Alec turns to Efren and asks, "Hey, why did she write rogue onto her name tag? I'm still stuck on that."
I think she's a rogue.
Efren's like, I honestly don't know, but I don't think it's a real title.
I thought you said you knew her. Like, what's good?
I know her in the context of like bartending. I'm not really sure what she does on her days off, though. Is like the thing.
Favyre turns to you.
Biri's gonna lean in and be like, yeah, I mean, she's probably a rogue.
Also
Listen,
very much.
Favyre goes, listen, it's like being like born asexual. You can't control what you were born into.
Amen, sister. Call the Bible.
Very much loving the rouge. It's really fitting, I think. Also really loving that French. Also, please give me my Pinot Noir. I'm very thirsty.
She has not left the table, by the way, like in any of this interaction. She's like, right, sorry, and like her boss is like starting to like tap his foot. He's like a really like he's like a tall human man that's just looking from like the
What's
kitchen.
his name?
Fred.
His name is Friday. His name is Friday.
Oh, that's why they call. I get it now. That's why they call it Fridays.
And he called it Fantasy Fridays because like he was really self-conscious about being a human. Like he wanted like some kind of fantastic aspect in his life.
He's tapping his foot impatiently by the bar, and he's like looking straight at Favyre, and he's like doing the come here finger, like he's like beckoning you.
He starts sweating, and she goes, I'll be right back, and she runs. She just straight up runs off, like towards.
Naruto runs?
Yeah.
If I'm there, I order an apple cider because I'm not legal drinking age. There we go.
Apple cider?
Apple drinking age?
He's 99, so.
So like, what's the legal drinking age then?
I have no idea.
You're fucking immortal. Does it matter?
Okay.
It matters to him.
Okay, his mother said he's not allowed to drink until he's 100, and he's like holding on to that fact.
Yes.
And like it was really, really hard for him when he was living with dwarves because like they drank all the time, and like he would look at it and be like, one day.
One day.
Okay, I'm just gonna say that Biri is gonna, like, I don't know who's, like, getting the apple cider from the bar to the table, but Biri's gonna, like, grab them, like, by the waist, and, like, pull them up in the air, grab the cider, and, like, breathe on it, and then, like, pass it to the Dmitry and be like, here you go.
Nathré just leans over the counter and it's just like, I'm gonna get my fucking Pinot Colada. What did I say?
Pinot Noir. I go to my boss. I'm like, hi.
What exactly do you think you're doing?
Serving tables like you told me to. You know? That's my job.
Well, you've been talking to that particular table for,
Just putting red hugs, just don't worry about it. It's okay.
Hey, tell him about the sticker.
So like, this is, strike, 5 this week of you not doing your job the way you're supposed to?
I'm doing my job. I'm doing. Look, and she holds up the notepad that just has the order iced tea on it. Like just.
He looks at it like he's like, I can't read this. I can't read. Like I don't.
It matters that I can read it.
He doesn't know what to say to that, and then he just like kind of like slams his fist down on the table, and he's like, I'm the one who makes the comebacks here, not you.
She just kind of shrugs and is like, do better then.
He takes your notebook and he rips it in half with his large, meaty hands, and he goes, "You're fired. Bye." And then he like goes back into the kitchen.
Hey, sounds like you need a new job.
She rips out the name tag, and then goes and sits at the table. She says, "So, what about this new job?"
Nathré just like, so I guess I'm never getting my Pinot fucking noir.
She says, hold on. She says, hold. Gets up and she gets like a lot of drinks because like the people in the back just don't know she's fired yet. So she just gets like a ton of drinks. Puts them down and like, will this suffice?
Can you get more tortillas for the spinach dip too, please?
Listen,
I don't know how much I can get away with right now.
That's fair. Okay, thank you though.
I'm 6'2". I will drink that entire fucking bottle. So thank you.
She said, so this is for Kieran?
Kieran and Jujube, yeah.
Juju. She sighs and she sort of just. What is it? What? Like, I'll do anything. What was it?
She was murdered, dog.
Well, I know. Wait. Reels a bit. Murdered? Are you sure? Because.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's the running theory right now. We're going off what Kieran has, the information he's provided us with, which is not a lot, to be honest. But it seems that the circumstances of Jujube's passing were suspicious.
Very suspicious.
Okay. And she says, well, then what do you need me to do?
Pick locks and stuff, I guess.
Just join our fucking campaign, dog.
Let's like try not to okay. Listen, back there, that was kind of a rough patch for me. I think both of us can agree. I want to try and not kill people because that's kind of my whole thing. I don't want to get fired from the church because I live inside of it.
She goes, I can't promise you that. Unfortunately, my work is sort of more, physical, you could say.
Ooh.
I work a lot in, with my hands and stuff. Some people may get hurt. I can't promise anyone being safe, but I can sure try.
That's cool.
So if I say I didn't mean to, does that mean anything to you?
Well, I mean, here's the thing, right? Is like, listen.
Do you have like a thought you're trying to get out, or
I do have a thought that I'm trying to get out. I think if we save more people's lives than the amount of people we kill, I think, like, if we break even, I think Vios is gonna be, like, cool with that. Who the fuck is chewing on ice cubes, by the way?
Probably Biri.
Someone is sitting.
We're just gonna lean over.
That's another one.
Okay, yeah.
Like, yeah, but we're not gonna go after the, like, those not pure of heart, right?
Yeah,
Like,
basically.
I mean, we're not gonna. Yeah, I mean, I get you. Yeah, yeah.
The two religious people at this table are having a moment.
All this talk of death, she's like, preferably she'd just like to punch people and then have a long, stern talk with them. Like, maybe try to be friends with them. So, like, all this talk of like
Murder?
she's kind of like, I'm uncomfortable, but she's like trying to make it better because she kind of doesn't want to believe in like her friends being that mean. So she's just like, yeah, no, good goof. And she's
listen. Let's just chill. And she takes out some weed and lights up.
Blazes. Hey, I think you're gonna need to roll.
Do you have that written down as in your possession in your backpack? Like, is that on your goddamn character sheet?
I have incense.
That's not
Incense.
That is not.
Smoke some incense, light up.
Hold on.
Can I roll to see if I find weed under the table?
Yeah. You have to. Okay, you have to give above a 15.
Whoops! I find like a bucket of this shit. Holy goodness! Why does this keep happening?
You're just like, hey guys, let's just like smoke just smoke it, and then like you look under the table because you're like, do I have weed? And you look there, and there's just this like bag that just says weed on it in large letters that got left behind. Like it's like 5 pounds.
Somewhere
It's just 5.
somewhere is like someone's like checking their pockets like, oh my god, I left my weed at the restaurant.
Tapping the table frantically, and she says, I would love to continue this conversation, but my former manager is giving me the death glare, and I think if I stay here too soon, I will be clobbered. So can we move this to anywhere but here, please?
Was that Favyre's weed? Is that like her stash?
We need to go right now.
Let's leave. Okay, we leave, but I take the spinach dip in a box, please. I love that stuff.
That's fine.
Once again, I no longer work for Friday's Corporation.
All of you, basically all the food left over, like you've all put it in like doggy bags, just like now you have rations. Like they're in your bags now.
Oh heck yeah.
Yes.
She's gonna breathe a lot on her own, just like cool it down real quick, and then she's gonna put it in her like backpack, which is like insulated, like one of those cooler bags.
She has a fridge for a backpack. Is what you're telling me?
No, not like a fridge, but those like cooler bags.
Does anyone want like a pound of weed? I have 5.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Alec wants some.
Zinlee says yes, please.
Okay, I'm going to I'm gonna keep 1 pound for myself, and everybody else can, or everyone, I guess 4 people can add a pound of weed to their inventory.
Can 2 people split it and they each add a half pound to their inventory?
Absolutely.
Split it.
I want a full pound.
Efren doesn't take any because she's a good dragon.
Yeah,
She's above the influence.
She's not tough magic dragon.
Nathré would love some fucking weed, so like.
I like to imagine that maybe weed doesn't really do much for dragonborn.
Yeah, that's probably it. She probably tried it.
For like they're just like, I mean, not really our thing.
So
yeah.
So wait, is Nathré able to take a full pound of weed?
Sick. Alec only wants half. Like that's all she wants.
Is Carnation trying to give this out, or is she just like holding her hands out and letting people take it?
It's like I just want. You guys are like kind of my congregation in a way. It's very much a traveling church type of thing. So I just want everyone to be chill.
Okay, so basically y'all have left the Fantasy Fridays, which I'm assuming will like never ever come back up again in game because like Favyre is like banned.
You would like to believe.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, that's true. So y'all leave. So what do you want to do? Like, so basically now you just got to figure out who the heck did a murder.
We should investigate the murder scene.
Okay, so what are you doing? Are you going to the tree?
Let's go to the tree.
Yeah. Okay, so let me describe it. Okay, you guys walk up to where Kieran said where Jujube supposedly fell.
Where is the tree? Like in relation to stuff?
It would be at the very edge of the Never Enter Woods, Would you like to put an X there,
Spooky.
Pastor Carnation?
I'm doing it. Never enter woods.
So, you guys end up on the edge of Neverwinter Woods on the outside of Erin. You come upon the tree, which is a very, very, very tall pine tree. But like it's like a fantasy pine tree, so like the branches are a lot thicker. Yeah, I'm saying its branches are a lot thicker than a normal pine tree's, so very easily climbable.
Okay.
I want to climb to the top and see what I can see.
It is a 40-foot tall tree, so I don't know.
Sounds like I also can fly 30 feet in the air, so it's more like a 10-foot tree to me, is the thing.
No way that you get your flying at level 1.
I do.
Can I do an investigation check, Doug?
Yeah, go ahead. Alright, what you see, so, okay, you come up to this, and everyone else sees, like, a tree, and, like, with a bunch of broken branches, and, like, the ground is, like, messed, like, the dirt is, disheveled. You see, when you go in, let me see, there's, like, a dent in the ground, where, they found, the body, basically, and you can tell that that's where the body was found. Okay, so you figured out that this is where she landed.
Can I do an Arcana check on the spot? Or would there have to be Detect Magic first?
That would probably be Detect Magic.
Yeah.
Darn.
Yeah. Does anybody have Detect Magic? Because I do not.
I think I do. I have Detect Magic if you want me to use it. Okay. So that's not great. Oh,
You see,
where'd my...
you see some dirt. It's some nice dirt.
Hold on, I get to add 4 to it.
I can do it.
So
if
a 10.
yours doesn't work.
Yeah, you see some dirt. It's shiny dirt, but it's dirt.
Okay. I guess.
Does anyone else have Detect Magic?
I have it. I can do it.
All right. Well, guys, there's no magic here, and I can. So you did worse, is the thing. Suddenly, I don't look like dog shit anymore. Apparently.
Yeah.
Okay, roll d20. Let's see what my modifier is. +2. Okay, that's all right. 13.
Okay, with a 13, you see some dirt.
Cool.
No, but also, you get, like, you can't tell what's wrong with the area, but you can tell that something did happen here that wasn't normal. It was not, you can tell, like, there was something here when she fell.
All right.
Can I do like an investigation check on like the surrounding shrubbery or anything to see if there's like tracks or what, like something?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead. So this tree is kind of apart from every other tree that are densely packed. It's one of the ones on the edge of the forest, and the bushes surrounding the tree where you are at, there is you can see that some of the leaves and the branches are bent in the shrubbery, leading towards this creek.
Efren wants to follow that, like in her head, like that's like one thing she needs to do right now. She wants to follow that. I don't know what other people want to do.
Does she tell anybody that she thinks that she found a path, or is it she just had beelining for it?
She makes a beeline for it, but like she's not very quiet in the woods or anything, so probably it's easy to notice that she's like traipsing off.
So what?
Alec climb the tree
if you want.
Listen. No, but for real. Okay, I guess since you're describing it for Alec, can I see if there's anything I can see from the tree?
Yeah, that's fine. You guys gotta roll
perception, right?
Yeah.
So 14. Can I see anything from the tree?
Okay, I'll go with Carnation first. Let's see. You are 30 feet up in the air.
Yes.
Let's see. With your eyes, you see basically what who was it? Efren that did the
Yeah, I did the investigation.
Okay, so basically you see Efren and you see the path that she's following towards the creek.
Okay.
Let's see. And then I'm trying to think about what else. What else would you have seen?
There's like the ocean right nearby.
Yeah, you see the. I mean, yeah, you see the ocean, obviously. You know, you can tell from where you are now that you do clearly see a path from the very top of this tree all the way straight down of just broken branches.
Oh, come on. I was gonna do that. Fuck. I was literally like, okay, Biddy's gonna lie down in the spot and look up and see if he's seen any fucking broken branches, but I guess not.
Can I turn around and make finger guns at my church? Like, hey, what's up? I'm in a tall tree. I do that.
You guys are crazy.
Can I take a sample of the weird dirt that had like magic around it? Like just a little sample.
Oh, look at you,
Yeah, if you want,
CSI.
I guess you can collect the dirt if you want.
Okay. Dirt collected.
When you collect the dirt though, like you reach down to grab some, and as soon as you reach down to grab some, you smell blood. Just so you know.
Ooh.
I'm assuming like you can smell it specifically because you're a vampire.
Very slight urge to taste it, but I do not. I do not.
Eat the dirt. Eat the dirt.
Eat dirt, Dmitry.
Okay.
He takes
so
a larger than average sample just so that he can maybe snack on some later.
Okay, that's. This is also a 12. This is also 12-year-old blood. So
Well, we didn't know that until now, Griff.
mean,
DM.
I mean, who else's blood would it be?
Maybe there was a second murder. You don't know that.
Okay,
Oh,
Biddy's
Jane.
just gonna walk over to Zinlee because Zinlee's the other one that hasn't really done anything. Biddy's gonna walk over to Zinlee and be like, lean down and be like, hey, isn't it weird that they all just like know what to do? Because I'm not really sure what we're doing.
I feel you, Biri. I'm not exactly sure what to do.
There we go. Okay, so everyone else like do stuff. I have to tell.
Biddy's gonna sit down and get out a snack. She's gonna get out some of the tapas from her bag, and she's just gonna snack. Because it seems like everyone is doing pretty fine without her.
Just because she hasn't like done anything, and she's still like in her like Fantasy Fridays uniform, and she just hasn't been filled in at all.
Nathré kind of looks a little disturbed, I think, because they feel something's off, and then they say, okay, well, because they didn't say anything earlier, they say, well, I just did a slight check, and it looks like things are pretty strange. So my suggestion is that we take a little trip into the Neverwinter Forest.
Hey, before we do that, I climb down the tree and I pick up a note from the dirt. I wanna read that real quick.
A note.
There's a note. What? Where'd the note come from?
It came from a really good roll, I think.
Okay, so you pick up the note, and I'm assuming like you're gonna read it aloud to everybody.
Yeah.
Also, can I
Read it loudly because I'm still up in the tree and I have plans for that. So
you
like.
can come down.
No, I'm not going to.
Okay, well, sucks to suck.
I just like to say, Efren didn't like follow the thing. She's just like still over there, like checking.
Looking at the creek. Yeah, I'm sorry, I have to go back to you. Okay, so you.
No, I just want to say, like, would she still be within earshot of hearing that?
Oh yeah, it's not. It is not very far. It's not very far.
She would probably
you
like
look at it?
meander back on over to the group.
You look at it, and it is a pamphlet, like that you would see like at a church, like a pamphlet for a church, and on it.
Church?
Yeah, actually.
Whose church is it?
I will tell you in just a second.
Oh.
It is a church that is proclaiming about purity. And how you must cleanse yourself of all evil. And there's a name at the bottom, but it is smudged with blood.
I call Biri over.
Okay, so here's what Bitty Boy's gonna do. So, she's gonna freak out. She's gonna have like a minor panic attack.
I tossed some weed down from the tree.
Did you look at the entire pamphlet, or did you just open it to read the inside?
I would look at the entire pamphlet.
Okay. Sorry. On the back, you see Jujube's name written in large font, in like a large like pencil scribble.
Would it be like children's
That's
writing, like a
terrifying.
12-year-old?
Childlike?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Efren moves back over to the group, and she's
Uh-huh.
like, "Okay, can I ask? Is it her writing, or is it like?" Is it
Yeah.
her own?
You can. Yes, you recognize it as her writing.
Okay, so Efren is like, "Guys, like, Jujube had this. Like, this was hers. This is her writing. Why did? What is this?"
The
Yeah,
entire time
okay,
Alec is just
and
staring at
really-
Biri.
Clearly,
What?
a 12-year-old is making some pretty big decisions about converting to another religion.
Yeah, and Biri, I mean, she's still freaking out, definitely, most definitely. But, like, I think she's also, like, trying to think about if she'd ever seen Monastery, like, if she'd ever seen her around, like, other than when she went to the blacksmith. That's me asking you, Roy. Would
Okay. Well, actually, no. You'd have to roll for that.
there you go.
Whoa.
Oh, dip.
Fucking tell me.
Yeah, you definitely at this moment remember that you have seen Juju before. Not frequently, just you've caught her like being like at the monastery, like, and you remember suddenly like that when you saw her, just like the way she was there, she seemed nervous
Yeah, okay.
and
so
like
this is-
she shouldn't be there.
Okay, yeah. And okay, this is gonna calm down Biri a lot, definitely, because like she didn't know what like this meant, like a flyer with her like well, her church, her family, like this is a big thing for her. And like this is like at a crime scene and she was very nervous, but like now that she like remembers, so she's gonna turn to Efren and she's gonna say, hey, I remember seeing Juju around the monastery before. Like, it's not often, but I have definitely seen her around. I don't know what that means, but like, yeah.
Was she like okay when she was there? Did she see?
I don't know. I mean, she seemed nervous, but I didn't interact with her because I felt like she was probably there for like a reason, you know. I mean, I'm not one to judge. I believe she should be free to do, you know, whatever she needs to do, and yeah.
I mean, I guess that makes sense. She was getting older. She, you know, maybe she was exploring spirituality. Well, I mean,
yes.
You follow the path of purity, and you're pretty awesome, Biri. So,
thank you.
I mean, that makes me feel better about what she was doing.
Yeah. Okay. So, I think maybe that the way we could do this was maybe go ask my dad, if he had ever seen her or talked to her, because he kind of knows what happens around the monastery, and I definitely know some people.
Hey, Roy.
Noticed.
Yeah.
So earlier when Biri did that pray to their god and their clothes got dirtier, did we like notice that?
Oh, I didn't even think about that. You guys would have had to roll to have noticed. If you guys want to all do an insight check real quick.
I'm good without it, because I definitely forgot that happened, so it's not...
So you probably didn't notice at all.
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone except for Alec and Nathré passed. Okay, so yeah. What were we doing at this point? Like you were just talking about going to the monastery.
Biri's like definitely gonna call out and say the monastery is probably a solid choice. I mean, we have a big lead now, and it's kind of pointing.
I'm gonna lose my mind. Someone please say something about the dirty clothes.
I mean, it's been like 3 days. She's probably definitely changed her clothes by now.
So you have been traversing in a forest.
Okay.
Like all of you are dirty at this point. So what are you guys gonna do? Are you gonna go into the forest or are you gonna go to the monastery?
I vote to go to forest.
It's too
Forest.
Efren wants to go to the monastery.
Okay.
Very much favoring forest.
Alright. Well, I guess fuck me then. Whatever. I want to go into the forest.
Zinlee goes to forest.
Dmitry wants to go to the
Carnation.
monastery.
Favyre wants to go to the monastery.
Are you guys gonna split up? Or are you gonna take a vote?
No, let's like go together because it's gonna be bad if we split up.
I mean, there are eight of you, so like it's like there's two whole parties.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, we're going back to the monastery, and Biri's definitely just like leading because she's like she knows this is for the and shit, and she's definitely in favor of going back to the monastery because of the mystery. But like, she's definitely also hyped to go back and to her family and show
Just
off
hang
her
out at
friends
home.
and be like, yeah, not like hang out, but be like, hey, look at all my new cool friends that we're solving a mystery together.
On the way to the monastery, can I try something? Like,
Go ahead,
Yes.
dog. You got it.
okay, so Roy, would it be possible if I rolled a high enough check on, I guess, whatever the check would be for this, if I, like, smell the blood on that pamphlet, can I identify the general demographic of who left the blood?
I mean, yeah, because I mean, you would be able to tell if it was like human or not, basically.
That's so fucking lit, dude.
Okay, what should I roll for that? Like, insight?
Investigation,
No,
I would say.
That's a really good idea. So I'm gonna give you advantage on the roll because that's a really good idea. I'm trying to think about like what it would be like. You smell this blood, right? Okay. You can tell that some of the blood belongs to a human,
Okay.
but you can also tell that the blood there's another smell that you can there's another smell, and you can't really it's not one I believe you've probably not like smelled before,
Okay.
like, but you can tell it's not human.
Yeah, Dmitry informs everyone. He's like, "Oh, guys, something very important. Multiple blood on here, not just Jujube. No, there's
Multiple
more."
blood.
And if anyone asks what exactly that is, then he's like, "I don't. It's something."
What's everyone's reaction to that?
Okay.
I asked Dmitry if he's comfortable with me doing an arcana check on the pamphlet.
Does Nathré want my dirt?
No, Nathré doesn't want it. Nathré just wants to do a check on it, but they're not gonna take it or touch it because that shit's
Okay.
nasty.
Okay, he pulls it out of his bag and he looks at Nathré and he says, "You'll be very careful."
Never mind. That one is gonna be a 9, so it doesn't even matter.
Did you want to look at the blood on the pamphlet as well?
Yes, please.
Hey, Roy.
Yeah.
Well, this is happening.
No, I
I'm gonna
meant-
go over to the creek.
Also, I'm gonna need Maggie. I'm gonna need you to roll. I'm gonna need you to roll again if you want to look at the blood on the pamphlet. And after, I'll deal with that. But let's do the creek. Efren, are you back over by the creek?
I thought we left.
Wait, I thought we were on our way to the monastery.
Yeah, we're on our way to the monastery.
You guys didn't. I don't think you specified whether or not you were doing this on your way to the monastery or if you were staying. So I was assuming you were staying by a tree.
We definitely
Okay,
said
well then
on our way
you
to
didn't.
the monastery.
All right,
And
all
whoever
right.
it was that, like, wanted to
Oh
check
well,
out
then
the- hey,
whatever's at the creek is just gone now. It washed away in a storm.
No, let's go somewhere all the way in the big city.
The
So
truth
far
is
away instead of the creek that's 20 feet away.
Yeah, it's heavily. It is heavily raining now, so like every evidence that would have been at the tree
I'm
is
gonna
gone
rip
now.
my head off.
Wait,
I cast
my
destroy
worst
water.
wait, is there no way that we... Oh,
No, you left. You're gone. It's heavily raining now.
I'm gonna cry.
I wanted to stay. Is the path still gonna be there?
Hey, Nathré did
That is
say
not
let's go to the forest, but then somebody was just like, no, let's church it out, dog.
And I said I wanted to go too.
Surprisingly, it was not me.
Wait.
I didn't say no. I didn't say that the path was gone. I just said the creek. Everything by the creek washed away.
Yeah, that sucks, doesn't it? What is that?
Okay, so you guys are on your way to the monastery. Maggie, please roll a d20. Because, like, just the idea of you, like, smelling blood and, like, trying to figure out who it is just, like, so cool to me.
Nice.
Nice. Okay, so, I'm assuming you've asked, whoever has the pamphlet for the pamphlet?
Yes, I think that's Alec.
Efren.
Oh,
Efren has it.
I have it.
Yeah.
I did not know this. Dmitry, you're welcome to have this pamphlet.
Thank you so much. And I take it and I sniff it.
Is that okay? I would just like to ask, like, how does everybody feel about the fact that Dmitry is smelling this piece of paper with blood on it?
Very
Efren
uncomfortable.
loves it. She's looking at Dmitry.
This
with
is the
so
same
much
thing that
love in
happens
her
every
eyes.
Tuesday.
I'm laughing because, like, Favyre doesn't know these people.
Favyre is just
No one really
so
knows
chill
anyone.
about this that it's like
Whatever, dog.
Efren knows Dmitry. Like, they've been pen pals, and ever since he came to town, like, they've been hanging out, I think. And she just adores him. Like, she just thinks he's the goofiest, most lovable guy, and she loves that he's doing this.
So you smell this piece of paper, right?
And I'm making weird noises while I'm doing it.
Okay, Bee's definitely uncomfortable with this.
This time, you definitely smell human blood. It's 110%. This is human blood, and you
Hey
can
Roy,
even tell
you're
that
really close to the mic.
Yeah.
I know. And you can definitely tell that it's a young human.
Okay.
Like, it just has that smell that you just know that this is a young human person.
innocent
Right.
smell of child blood.
But then you get a closer smell of, like, you sniff it again, and there's non-human blood, and you're confused by it at first, but, like, as you sniff closer, your teeth start to just like you're baring your teeth, like your face is now in a grimace, like you look almost angry.
Ooh.
And you realize that you are smelling werewolf blood.
Oh.
Does Dmitry tell us?
He takes the paper away from his nose and holds it as far away from his face as possible. And he just makes this noise. He's like, ah! Disgusting.
Disgusting wet
And
dog.
that's what he says to everyone. You can ask him questions if you want.
They get along decently, but werewolf blood smells awful to vampires. Like, it is just like, it is disgusting. It's like smelling wet dog, but like times 100.
Oh, good.
Yes.
God.
Nathré asks,
And now that smell is stuck with you for the rest of the day.
Oh, God.
Nathré
Zinlee.
asks a question, or you can. That's fine.
Well, Zinlee asked, "Are you okay, Dmitry?"
No.
Nathré asks, "What the fuck was that? You good?
No, not very good. No. Very-
What was it though?"
It was almost it was unspeakable. Oh, there was human.
Speak it, dog. We need to know.
Do you know what it was?
Yes,
Then
it's
say it.
a werewolf.
Oh, sweet. I love those guys. I
Werewolf?
used to date this werewolf guy. He was kind of crazy, though. I had to get out of that,
Beanie
Seems
goes
that
over and
way.
pats Carnation's shoulder.
Thank you.
That is
Favyre
very
also pats
interesting, but
Carnation's
unfortunately,
shoulder.
we are investigating the murder of a 12-year-old child.
Listen, he was on a completely different continent. I'm not gonna worry about him. He lived underwater, and he didn't like land. So it probably wasn't him, is what I'm saying.
What kind of werewolf were you dating?
Yeah.
The kind that doesn't live on land. It's more like a...
werewolf.
Yeah, kind of like that. Like, you know how there are catfish? He was a dogfish, yeah.
I would just like to say this is not canon. Like, this doesn't exist. You need to roll for this. What do you roll when you lie? Please roll for deception. Like, are you convincing them of this?
15 plus 2, 17. Hey guys, I'm definitely
Yeah.
joking. Like, don't worry about it.
I mean, a 17 is pretty good.
About the whole thing, or about him living underwater?
He was not a murdog wolf.
I fall for it. I just believe Carnation immediately.
Let's get to the monastery so we can leave and go into the forest like cool people.
I'm gonna fucking star wipe. We're at the monastery.
Okay, you guys are going to the monastery?
We
Sure,
are
guess.
definitely at the fucking monastery already.
I cast go to the monastery.
Okay, so you're at the monastery.
Yes.
What do you do?
Bidi's gonna turn to everyone. I know most of the people here. I mean, they're kind of like my family. I'm gonna go get my dad, and I feel like he might be available to
That
answer our questions.
Does make you implicit, though, is the thing. Like, I know we're trying not to kill people.
I'm gonna stay out of it mostly. I'm just gonna, I don't know, hang out with some people in the courtyard. I mean, I don't want to be when it's my family. I feel like that's unfair to us and the quest and.
Okay, but what I'm saying is that if they
before you get your
Just say
dad,
dad.
basically. But before you get your dad, do you have like what he is? Is he another dragonborn? Is he like?
Oh Jesus!
Or can I make it up? Like, what's
You
your
can
deal?
definitely make it up. Just the only important thing is just that he's a priest and he's probably good in some way. I mean, since he took in an innocent child, you feel?
Yeah.
Also, Carnation like straight up casted like detect good or evil like 2 days ago. So like pretty sure.
I could just do it again. Alright, let's get everyone in here. I'm gonna cast detect good or evil.
Favyre's like, I'm neutral good. I don't know what y'all.
Wait, did I get my dad yet? Good or evil?
Did you go and get him?
That's what I'm asking.
Well, yeah, that's up to you. Did you go get him and bring him to your friends?
No, that's up to Madi. Like, Madi, when are you casting this spell? After I went to get my dad? And
I'm not casting it yet, no.
Okay.
Good, so I'm gonna go get my dad. Biri's gonna go get her dad, and she's gonna, like, introduce everyone, and then she's probably gonna be like, okay, I don't want some nepotism happening here, and she probably just goes to chill in the courtyard and catch up with. You can catch me up when I get back. Just, like, come get me. Chat when you want me back, but I'm gonna mute you so I'm gone and don't hear what you hear.
Okay, cool.
Interesting.
Wait, you're not gonna know what I created for your father. Okay, cool. She's gonna hate.
Wild. Take the opportunity.
She's gonna hate me for this, but okay. Coming up to you, dressed in y'all know Last Airbender, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, so you know Monkeyatsu? So basically that outfit, okay? He looks like Monkeyatsu, big cool monk necklace and the off the shoulder sash thing. He's pretty cool looking. He is like 6'5". He is a cat folk.
He's
Yes.
He is a gray tabby cat folk.
Yes.
he's taller than Efren.
He's tall.
How tall is he?
Carnation is immediately charmed.
Alright, and he comes up to you.
How old is this guy?
I'm gonna say like maybe like in his early 40s.
Oh,
I
Carnation
mean, he's a
is
dad. He's a
charmed.
dad. Like he's a legit dad. Like he's a dad.
Yeah.
Are you doing math? Were you just doing math? Like it felt like you were just counting.
No.
Don't lie to me.
Okay, nothing.
Conversation right now is happening in character. Like you're just talking with God right now.
I cast detect evil and good.
Okay, you cast it on him. For the duration, you know if there is an aberration, celestial, elemental, fae, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of you. It doesn't detect whether or not the people are good or not. You read this wrong.
No. What?
Did you even read the description, or did you just read the name?
I
For the duration, you know if there is an aberration, celestial, elemental, fae, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of you, as well as where the creature is located.
Alright, I guess I
Similarly,
don't cast it then. I just ask him like a normal, hey, did you kill someone? Have you killed?
A normal person.
Does that determine whether or not we're good or evil? If you killed anyone?
No, dog, but like that's not what we're trying to figure out.
Okay. So he raises an eyebrow and just looks down at you, with his hands folded over his chest.
Carnation's turned on, like just a little bit.
Favyre dies in fiction.
All right. Anybody else? He's just staring at you right now. Like,
well, can you answer the question?
Efren is like, she's like looking between the two, like a tennis match kind of thing, like eyes darting between this priest and this pastor, like waiting for the pin to drop, whatever that saying is.
Yeah.
Listen.
It's pin.
Listen.
Favyre, is squaring up because she's the only. I feel like how tall is everyone? Because Favyre is 6.
Everyone's pretty much shorter than you.
I'm 5'5".
Efren's 6. Like she's short for a dragonborn kind of thing.
Okay. So does that mean I'm taller than everyone? I'm squaring up.
Well, hold on, because I was definitely trying to square up first, so maybe go find someone else?
You do realize I tower almost a foot over you, right? Like I look down.
I have magic powers. I can talk to God, and I can get him to do stuff for me. I could conjure water in your lungs and make you drown from the inside, so maybe...
Okay, so his response to the we're moving on. His response to the question is literally his eyebrow raise. Like he's just still looking at you.
That's
like,
not
you're not worth his time.
That's not a no. I'm not worth your... Oh, I'm sorry. Oh.
Is this in character?
Yes, this is in character.
Okay, let me see if I can get his voice. Okay.
I'm sorry. What was your name again?
Oh shoot, sorry, I had his name picked out, now I can't remember.
I think his name is like canonically Dadman, right?
Yeah.
That's his name.
Priest Dadman to you.
Roy, what does Dadman say?
Father Dadman.
Okay, so you just said I'm not worth your time. That's what you just said, right?
Yeah. I'm not worth your time. Like, oh, okay.
Okay, let me see. You would be correct in saying that.
Oh. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness, I am frustrated by this. She's also like you can see she's blushing, because it's kind of like being ignored is kind of a thing. She has traumas, let's not talk about it. I'm gonna take Carnation by the shoulders and just say, it's okay, and like try to like diffuse. No, listen. Don't let let go of me right now.
Carnation, you're high. Can we back up from the situation?
I'm not.
Are any of you actually going to ask me anything of importance?
I did ask you if you killed someone. Hi, it's me, Pastor Carnation. I just asked you a direct question about murder, and you were like,
I mean questions that are worth my time.
Did you kill a 12-year-old recently?
Who exactly do you think I am? Think I have the time to leave my monastery to go murder 12-year-old children?
Can I?
We don't know you.
Like real quick.
Fair.
I have a spell called Inflict Wounds.
Alec would step in and be like, "I'm so sorry. This is awful."
He immediately he
looks to apologize.
No, like he cuts you off. Like he puts a finger up like to your face, and he says, "Shh."
All right, damn.
But then he leans back and he looks at you and he goes, "You are very small for a tiefling."
Oh,
Like, that's
thank
it.
you. That's not what the sir, please.
All right, hold on. All right, Favyre's gonna cut the bullshit. I'm gonna cut the bullshit.
I've been cutting the bullshit this whole time. I asked this jackass directly whether or not he...
Please.
Okay.
For the love of Agnotus, please, could you just not curse in my temple?
You
Okay.
just took the Lord's name in vain.
I'm gonna... Listen.
He's basically calling upon Agnotus to just smite you, but in a very roundabout way.
I'm gonna take a half step back. We got a little heated there. And you know what? I wouldn't want you to swear in my church. That That was my bad. Maybe I'm gonna sit.
I mean, I was the one who swore, so I don't know what you're saying. You're bad.
I said jackass. Oh my goodness. Listen, that was the last time. Okay, listen, I'm gonna go outside, actually. I'm gonna leave.
Can Alec ask a question?
He looks down at you, but like in a very. He looks down at. Hey, wait, no, but he looks down at you, but in a very condescending way.
I don't like him. That was out of character.
Yeah, why is he being an asshole so far?
Okay, so one of our friends has recently, his daughter has passed, and he asked us to look a little bit into it. And we found this pamphlet by the scene, I guess, and we were wondering if you would know anything about this. And I would like to refer to, I think Dmitry has the pamphlet now. Is it still Efren? To hand it to him?
Probably Dmitry, because he was sniffing it.
Okay. He comes up from the sidelines where he is and he hands it to her and then proceeds to shake the man's hand and then just steps away.
The handshake is very forced. He did not appreciate that at all.
He was just trying to like...
Mostly because his hands are folded over his chest, so that means Dmitry grabbed his arm and like took it and shook it. So he has the pamphlet now. He looks at it like kind of warily, and he like turns it over, and he's like looking at it, and he's reading it, and he's like, this is just a pamphlet we pass out when our
I poke my head in the door, and I'm like, hey, can you not notice that it's kind of covered in blood, my dude?
It was kind of found at a crime scene for a 12-year-old.
He looks over at Carnation, and he goes, I was getting to that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Is a virtue.
Please.
He looks at the pamphlet, and he's like turning it over, and he's just like, this is just a pamphlet we would pass out from town to town that our ministers would have on them at all times. I see that it is tainted.
Oh,
and
that's a word
for
for
it. Lightly. He brings it up to his nose and he smells it, and then he like makes a face, and it goes tainted with human blood.
Oh.
And then he like looks down and he hands it to he does not hand it back to Dmitry, someone whose name is escaping me.
It's me. I take it.
It's Biri. No, it's not Biri. It's the other dragon. It's the dragon. But it's to Alec.
Oh, what? Okay.
It's to Alec. I meant the tiefling. I wanted to hand it to the Alec.
Oh, the Alec.
There you go. There you
go. I know you said that all of your monks carry these with you, but I was wondering if you knew any that would be near Badir at roughly maybe, what was it, 2 days ago? 3?
I think Alec, I would just like to say I think Alec is the best detective out of all of us.
I have no idea how badly I want to ask a couple questions, but I rolled a really bad roll.
Okay, let's see. So basically you're just asking if anybody else would have a pamphlet?
Like, I'm asking if any of his monks that would have had the pamphlets to, like, hand out were in Badir or near Badir at the time of her dying.
He thinks for a moment. Basically, okay, let's see. He thinks for a moment. He goes, I don't monitor where my colleagues go for their ministering. I mostly make sure that they're spreading the correct philosophies that we
humans are bad?
believe in. Huh?
Is it that humans are bad because you just said tainted with human blood?
I think he meant that
was pretty
there's
racist.
blood on it and the pamphlet is tainted.
He looks over at Favyre like eye to eye, like he's just like looking.
Because I'm not.
He's looking at her and he's like, now where would you get a silly idea like that?
Hey, I don't like
and
you.
He smiles condescendingly.
I'm half human. I don't really appreciate this.
He turns and looks at all of you, and he's just kind of like, he looks very like impatient now. And he's like,
okay,
he goes, there's no way any of my monks would have murdered a 12-year-old human child.
Sir, don't
no matter
doubt you
what,
for
and he cuts you off, and then he gets louder once you start talking. No matter what, any propaganda you guys might want to spread about my people, my philosophy, we might not appreciate the past that humans have put upon us, but we are working towards a better life.
Favyre's
a purer life.
Favyre's getting real pissed off now.
before Favyre explodes, because I have a feeling this is gonna go real south real quick. I would like to turn and say, sir, we're not trying to spread any propaganda. I was just wondering if we could maybe talk to some of your monks to see if they know of anyone who would have the pamphlets at the time.
He sighs, like, very heavily, like he's just very he's done with this conversation. He goes,
Yeah, me too, buddy.
He goes, fine, you may go, you may speak with my people, just please don't stir up any fights, and I am only doing this because of how much I love my beautiful adopted child. That is the only reason I'm doing this for you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, not for the murdered 12-year-old, but okay, let's go.
Oh my god.
he looks at Favyre, and like his hand like moves up like in like a weird gesture, but like he quickly puts his hand back across his chest.
Oh shit, I think you just got cursed or something.
My man, you're gonna die.
Nathré kind of looks around and says, "Whoa, guys, I just fucking zoned out for like 10 minutes. What the hell happened?"
He hears you say that, and he eyes you over, and he just like rolls his eyes, and he's just like, he just mutters the word imbeciles, and then just walks away.
Hey,
Yeah, we met this huge douchebag who is just a huge dick.
I've got a
He's saying these loudly so he hears the curses.
He starts walking over to Biri, but I need Biri back in.
I'm losing my mind.
Do you not like him? Do you not like preacher dad?
I appreciate
He's
his character,
horrible.
but I know that Alec is doing her best not to lose her mind.
I'm back.
Okay, so your father is now walking over to you where you are at. What do you want to talk to him?
Yeah, sure.
So he walks over and he leans down. Oh, wait, how tall is Biri?
She's 6'4". I don't think he's.
So, okay, so he doesn't lean very far because he's 6'5". He like leans over slightly, and he just he gives her like a very strange look, like really like one raised eyebrow. He goes, your friends, and you can tell he means friends, air quotes, are very unforthcoming. I don't appreciate you hanging in their presence.
Hey, buddy, listen, I'm the most forthcoming person.
We're far away from you. You are not a part of this conversation.
He came back inside.
came.
Maddie's yelling.
Listen, dog, I came all up in your face, so maybe let's try and be civil. Also, hi.
Guys, everyone, like, legit, like, everyone be quiet except for Stella.
Okay.
God, I get that they made a different sort of people than we're used to here at the monastery, but I know we're all about purity, but sometimes you just have to be inclusive, and I really like some of them at least, and I feel like we should give them all a chance. They're very important to me. I mean, this is the first time I really had, like, a squad, a group of people that aren't from the monastery, and I definitely think you should give them a chance at least.
He nods slowly, and he leans over and places a kiss on the top of Biri's head.
Cute.
And he says, as long as you are happy and you are still my little girl, and you still follow our philosophies and do not stray, I am here, and like here he like grimaces slightly, okay with you hanging out with this company. But please be safe. Please, like, you guys you're screwing me up. Please be safe.
Nathré gags a little bit in the background, just like.
You can't hear this. You're so far away.
Nathré hanging out, like, making fun of this guy, like, behind his back.
Hell yeah, I don't know who said that.
He's gonna reach for a hug.
Max said it.
He very much hugs her back.
Yeah, and she's gonna whisper in his ear, and I think you've gained weight. And then she's gonna run back to the
Like you hear son of a, and then then you're gone. Okay, so now Biri is back with the posse. Now what's gonna happen? Tell me.
Hey guys, so do you like my dad? Apparently you didn't make a good first impression, but
he was not the best.
Biri,
Biri, your
Go
dad is a
tell ya.
garbage man.
Breaking news.
Biri, sweetheart. Listen.
Racist?
Yes, very
I think he's the murderer.
Efren jumps in after Carnation says that. She goes, no. We haven't come to any conclusions yet.
Well,
We still have to
but-
talk to
Yeah,
the
you know,
other
like,
monks.
Every unpleasant person that we might come into contact with doesn't necessarily make them a murder suspect.
I do not think your father is the murderer, but he's definitely a garbage man.
Favyre laughs like in real life. Like that laugh I just did was like for real, in character.
okay, so guys, I think probably this is a matter of different opinions. I'm sure you can make
Favyre's
me
eye
not bad. I
twitches.
mean,
Her human-esque eye twitches.
okay, well, gonna go.
Can we go talk to the other monks now?
Okay, who is seriously crinkling the bag?
I muted my microphone. What the hell?
I think it's very important to note, just by the way, that through this whole exchange, Dmitry has not noticed anything is wrong, and he actually thinks that her father is very nice. So, yeah.
Vita's gonna fist bump Dmitry.
I mean, I'm basically chill for whatever. I'm eating the spinach dip, by the way.
Fantastic.
That was the crinkling it?
Yeah, it's getting everywhere. There's some of it on my horns and everything. Like, fuck.
No more cronkling.
I'm not gonna.
Go talk to someone. Okay, you guys look around, and you see a let's say there is a fountain in the middle of this temple. It's a open roof. It's
Courtyard.
Yeah, courtyard. Okay,
Carnation comments on the lavish nature of the place.
Okay, so let's see. There are 3 monks. There are 3 monks sitting by this fountain, and 2 of them are playing what looks like checkers, and the 3rd is watching quietly. They're laughing to themselves. They are, let's see. One of them is. Let's see, we have one of them is another catfolk. You have one of them is a dwarf, and then the other is an orc. So you have an orc, a catfolk, and a dwarf. Okay, do you walk up to them?
Yeah.
I feel like Zinlee would go to the dwarf one. The dwarvish one.
Aren't they all together in a group?
Yeah, they're playing a game together. Well, no, wait, I changed my mind. They're playing cards. That way all 3 of them are playing together.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
before
yeah.
anything else happens, like people go places, can I roll perception or something just to see stuff in the room, other stuff?
Yeah. Okay. So you look around and you notice that the place, though very large, it is very empty. Other than the 3 monks you see sitting by the fountain, there are maybe 2 in the back who are training together for fighting.
Okay.
The walls, though the mosaic is very beautiful, there's next to no other decoration other than the walls themselves being made out of mosaic. And it's not colorful, it's all in black and white.
Didn't
Biri's
even
gonna
get
do
colors.
something real quick, if y'all
Okay.
would.
Go ahead.
So Biri's gonna call out to the orc.
Mm-hmm.
Christy, hey, these are my new friends, and I think you'd like to meet at least one of them. And then she kind of picks up Alec, because Alec is super tiny, so she kind of puts both her hands around Alec's waist and kind of lifts her in front of Biri and puts her down, and she kind of pushes Alec towards Christy. She's like, Christy, here. This is Alec. Super nice.
Christy makes this face, she rolls her eyes and then she's just glaring at you, Biri. And then she huffs and she's like, Biri, this is not the time for introducing me to people. I'm a little in the middle of a game, so could you just like move along?
Time. I get you. And then Biri winks at Christy.
Christy makes a very rude gesture with her hand.
Right. Favyre's getting up in this, and she's like, "Hi, we're looking for information about a murdered 12-year-old."
Like you say that, and like the dwarf took a swig of his like ale, and he just like spits it out all over Christy, and Christy like says some choice words.
I don't know how new you guys are, but the guy downstairs, like the second thing he said to me was "Don't swear."
Christy makes a rude gesture at Carnation.
But can you like chill for like maybe a second while we try to tell you about this murdered 12-year-old? We're trying to get information about her murder. Please?
The dwarf does another spit take.
Stop that.
And this time it lands all over the catfolk, and he like jumps up and he's like, "Hey, what you doing that for?"
Oh no!
Is that what he sounds like?
No changing it.
I don't know if I can keep doing that. Yeah, the catfolk looks at you and he's like, so who are you guys? What are you doing in a monastery? Like, you guys aren't monks. You guys aren't dressed like monks. Like,
Okay, well, take a guess, bitch. We aren't monks.
Oh, that was... He smiles at you, he goes, oh, okay, alright, that makes sense. I mean...
I'm gonna say this in canon right now. Favyre is still wearing the name tag that says Favyre Rogue on it.
Well, you cannonly ripped it off earlier, so...
Then she put it back on, okay?
She like, okay, so this catfolk, he's looking at you guys, and he's like, you guys are an interesting bunch, aren't you? Like, y'all look weird. What are you doing in here?
Well, okay. Different accent, apparently. I've just switched. See, the problem is we are...
Whoa! Oh my god, your voice is so weird.
Yes, it's because a good accent.
Ooh.
Oh, he looks very hurt. He looks very hurt. He looks like a kicked puppy. Like he's like very
walk over. You have a beautiful voice. It's
his
like,
ears perk up.
It's like angels singing into. It's like I am sitting and like
I'm gonna need you to like roll a deception check right now. Like that's a lie. That's a blatant lie.
Hey,
that you were
fam plus 8 deception.
Well then roll. You should be fine. He believes you wholeheartedly. He goes, thank you.
Listen,
thank you so much.
I'm sitting next to a window, and the most beautiful singing is just pouring through the panes of the glass.
Hey, Nathré, can we get on with it? Please?
Absolutely. So here's the deal.
What do you guys want to know? Like, why are you here? Like, no one ever comes to like this monastery that's not a monk.
Biri is gonna take over because like she knows these fucking guys.
Okay.
What did you name the guy, the British guy? Because
he's not British. I was trying for Australian.
Okay, what do you name the fucking Australian guy?
Thank you. Well, you have to ask his name. You can't just know it. Oh wait, are you Biri?
Family.
Oh, it's Biri.
Paul.
His name is Poe.
Paul.
Like the panda.
Like fucking Paul McCartney.
Oh.
Alright, so guys, these are my friends, and this is kind of important. Like, this is my new thing. I know I told you guys I'd be gone for a while, but back like for a little while. We need to know some things. So if you could like help out, that would be like, hey, super cool. So anyway, hey, do you know anything about?
Yeah.
She's very young, about 12.
Yeah. What's her name? What's her name?
What is her name?
Juju.
Oh yeah.
Oh! You mean the old blacksmith's daughter?
Yeah, her. Have you seen her around here?
Oh, I saw her. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. I had you know that really cool chain necklace I got as a gift, right?
Yeah,
like about like a month ago, it broke. So I went down because I know old Kieran is like the best at doing like metalwork. So I took it down to fix it.
You love that. You love that.
Oh yeah, it's the gifts, you know. So I got it fixed. You know, he like even like polished it up because it was getting a bit tarnished, and like
Paul,
his little girl.
Paul, that's fine.
Yeah.
That wasn't really what I was asking. I was asking if you've seen her around like the monastery.
Not that I know of, but you know, I'm not very good at noticing things.
Okay, Paul, you know what? That's real nice of you. Thank you so much for helping out.
Can I ask
The dwarf slams her ale on the ground, or not on the ground. Yeah, no, she slams her ale on the ground because it's empty, and she's upset because her ale is gone. Yeah, she's like Thor, only a dwarf. She slams her ale on the ground, and it like startles all of you. She goes, "Oh gosh, I had a voice for her." It's like, "Oi, boy." Oh god, it's another Australian accent. How the hecky does this work? Oi, can you two, like, just shut up? Like, you're hurting my ears.
Yeah, for real, guys. We're trying to play cards over here. And I nudge the woman like, hey.
Which one?
She smacks her hand and she's like, "You're not in."
Well, can I be in?
No.
You guys know
If
euchre?
you're asking Christy most definitely just like punches you.
Someone talk to these monks.
Okay. Can I ask a question to any of them?
Yeah, they're all free for you.
All right. Okay. So I'm gonna turn to the dwarf. Magenta, is that her name?
Oh, well, she hasn't said so yet, but yeah.
You wrote it in the chat, so.
Well, I know. It was for Biri.
Okay. I turn to the dwarf woman and I say, have any of the other monks maybe been around Favyre as of recent days, maybe? And would they have had pamphlets like this? And I like gesture to the one that I'm holding.
Oh yeah. I went there. They're all Australian. Surprise, they're all Australian now. I went there about a week ago.
In the past 2 to 3 days.
Well, I mean, I just got back like yesterday, so.
Anybody else?
Christy looks at you and then like kind of looks at her nails a little bit and is like contemplating answering you. She thinks about it, and then because she's thinking, I'm trying to remember her voice.
I was asking the dwarf. I don't.
Well, yeah, but like you don't care.
All right.
She looks at you and she goes, I think I was there. I can only do Australian accents now. This is like a curse. She's like, I was there about 2 days ago. So, I mean, what do you need to know? Why do you need to know if we were there in Favyre? Because,
I put the pamphlet on the table and I say there was a young girl, as my party has mentioned many times now, that was murdered. And
yeah, are you keeping up at all?
We found this where she was found,
and then out of nowhere you hear Paul just shouts, "Murder! What are you talking about, murder?" Like he has not been paying attention. Like he's just like really confused now.
She's just gonna walk over and put her hand on his shoulder and be like, "Paul, I swear to God, I will fight you. Please, to God, listen to my cool-ass new friends. I will get to you, idiot." And then she pats him again and she walks back to the other guys.
He looks a little dejected, but like, he's like paying full attention now. Go ahead, Alec.
Okay. So we found this pamphlet where the girl, our friend, his daughter died, and he thinks that she may have been killed. So we went to where they found the body, and we found this there, and we were wondering if you knew of anyone who may have been there to hand it to her.
Christy grabs the pamphlet and she looks at it, and then she brings it up to her face and she licks it.
Biri definitely just went, ew.
This is human blood, so
Do that.
she like glares at you, whoever just said that. I wasn't
It's
finished.
also werewolf blood. We already have that part.
And then she like looks at you like, how did you guess werewolf blood? That tastes so similar to human.
We have.
Okay, how did you?
Well, I have a bunch of magical powers. We already know. That's the point.
Oh, fine. You don't
So
have to be rude about it. Don't have to be rude.
You've been nothing but rude to me. We're asking what monks were in the area that might have passed this out to our specific 12-year-old victim.
Don't get me wrong. I love humans. They're great and small and
Yeah, you better watch
like
your
they're great. But no one in this monastery or like in Micaiah, like none of us would have given a pamphlet to a human. Like like we wouldn't have given a pamphlet to a human. Like no offense to like humans or half human or whatever. Like it's just like I'm sorry. Like it's just like it's like a monastery rule. Like
Do you allow humans in?
the top monks are like I don't want to say racist, maybe a bit prejudiced. Because, you know, of all the things that happened, 100 years ago.
Favyre's just pissed off, trying not to speak, but just, like, tapping her foot.
Paul Puck speaks up. He's like, guys, I think I know a pair of monks who are still in Badia. Like, they left, I think it was 3 days ago. They left for Badia for some, like, but they haven't been back. And they should have been here, like, this morning. But, like, we haven't gotten word on what happened. So, I mean, does that help any?
Yeah, can you tell us their name or race or description or?
Oh yeah. It was, let's see. It was the little gnome. No, you know how I am with names. It's, the little gnome with the, it's got the, like, the grey mustache. And then there's the really tall, oh gosh, she had like tusks, but like, it wasn't an orc, she's like very big. I think she was like half troll.
Yeah, Gwen.
Oh yeah, Gwen, I love Gwen. She's got a beautiful singing voice.
Can you tell us any more?
Well, I know they were supposed to go to the deer, and then maybe they were supposed to go to, like, I don't know, that place out right by the forest, never enter one. Like, oh gosh, yeah, that one. You're right, that one. That place. They were supposed to go out there, like, if like they couldn't do well in the deer.
Cool.
Okay, well, thanks, Paul. I think that's all we're gonna need.
Are you guys gonna go back to are you gonna just are you gonna end here where you're gonna start the next session in the monastery, or do you guys want to go to like
Shelter the Faithful? You and your companions can expect free healing at an establishment of your faith. So while we're at the monastery, we don't have to eat our rations, and you get free healing.
Look at you flexing.
Nice. All right, so how was that?
It was pretty good.
That was lit.
Let's go to Badir, my dear. Through the woods we roll, my dear.